Oh my god. I haven't seen Dryce's Cloud. That's the one thing I haven't seen from him. But like Dryce basically invented like like the fucking meme around snakes at our level only using dash attack.
Oh my god. No!
It was impressive, to say the least.
This'll be
Alright.
cool.
Welcome, everyone, to the fourth and final installment for recent times of the NorCen Discord tournament. I am Lubbock, joined today with a very special guest.
Hi, I'm Chuggets. I'm Rezo. First time commentating a NorCen tournament.
Yeah, glad to have you. And we
Thank
don't
you.
have a large tournament today, but we do have an interesting one. We have a lot of big names here today. We have Skoon, we have Abat, formerly known as Dat Meme, Soul, and first on stream today we have Dryce versus Diesel. I don't recall either of these players actually being in a tournament for the Discord server prior, so this will be an interesting showcase for the both of them.
Yeah, I'm excited. I personally haven't seen either of these players, especially fighting each other, but I'm excited to see some of NorCen's talent.
So, just as a bit of lore, for both these players, from what I recall, they are around like the players that are sort of bubbling in or out of top 8 for NorCen tournaments if we were like in real life right now. So, like Dryce is on the honorable mentions for the last season that we had of the NorCen PR, and Diesel was in contention. Both common
Sure.
like 2-2 or 3-2 kind of players.
Okay.
So they should be roughly around each other's skill level. And I think actually Diesel was getting the record on Dryce towards the end of the season. But we'll have to see what adaptations Dryce has made. I heard he's been picking up a Cloud to replace his Snake. So that'll be interesting. And there is a potential from Diesel to not play Richter. He could play the Roy. He could play the Bowser. I played a lot with him earlier today. So there is potential for some mix-ups to be made here.
He's got a pretty deep character pool is what I'm hearing.
Deep is not the word I would use. He just has at least 2 or 3. Like, he has a squad strike team.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Like, if you want to talk deep, that'd be more like an Abat. Abat has too many characters. He needs to actually show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just waiting on Diesel to show up. Other round ones that we have Asher the One versus Alex, where that plays Skoonier. Soul versus Rebel looks like it already did check-in. And a bot versus Psycho.
That should be good. They've played a few times already.
That they have.
In NorCen Wi-Fi tournaments.
In NorCen Wi-Fi tournaments. And also, like, I remember there was Psycho did a first attend with a bot on his stream. That one was entertaining to watch, not gonna lie.
Who ended up winning that one?
It was about 10-0.
Oh, dang.
And he finished it with Ganondorf.
Ooh.
It was rough, but like it was an entertaining rough, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Man.
Look at some projected. I could definitely see Rebel pulling the upset over Soul, but it's definitely going to be close there.
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on what Soul wants to do, because the last Wi-Fi tournament we had, Soul decided to not go as main Terry. Instead, he was working on his Palu and Sonic. And I think that tournament he ended up getting 9th place, losing to Rebel, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that.
Interesting.
But he definitely did not make it far. So if Soul decides to pull out the Terry, then I think it's going to be probably more in his favor. But Rebel's been doing pretty well lately.
Yeah.
I played Rebel last night, and he's been working on his Joker stuff pretty well.
I played him in a tournament a couple weeks ago, and it definitely was really close. He destroyed me the first game, and it was very close the last couple games. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to see how he does.
Yeah, the one thing I know about Soul that like he definitely needs to work on
Dryce,
is
thank
he
you for the follow.
consistently and constantly holds forward.
And I feel like that's a pretty consistent trait for a lot of the like more mid-level players in Ultimate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
High level.
I guess like there was a point when I was like practicing with him the other day. This is like weeks ago now, but like he didn't know, or like he couldn't stop himself from pressing down air and disadvantage, and he just like eat an Ike up air. Which is like, come on, dude, you gotta stop this. You're eating like you're eating so much damage and you're dying for no reason. Just air dodge, please.
Yeah, you're not gonna be beating Ike's sword with anyone's hand.
Yeah. Well, this was like with like Sonic too. So like he's putting himself directly dipping his foot into the massive disjoint that is Ike up air.
Yeah,
I don't, you could really do that.
I don't see them winning that interaction.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, we're just waiting on Diesel to show up.
So we're thinking Dress is probably gonna pull out the cloud here.
I'd like to believe so, but I don't know. There's a very real chance that he just pulls out the snake and decides to counter zone. I don't know how good Dryce's Wi-Fi characters are in comparison to his IRL characters. Diesel, I know, does benefit a decent bit from Wi-Fi because you have a much harder time trying to deal with projectiles and just seeing them like fly at you and trying to avoid them in any sense of the word. Which is why I think that there's a chance that Dryce is going to pull out the snake, being able to throw out Nikita or mortars. Set up.
That sounds like it would be pretty rough.
Yeah. I know Diesel also has some pretty bad habits getting off of ledge, or at least he used to. I don't know as much if he still has them. Or like something he used to do a lot was neutral get a down tilt as Richter.
Gotcha.
Which can catch people off guard initially, but if he starts getting to that habit against Dryce, I'm sure Dryce will be prepared to just shield grab him or something.
That could get you hit by a lot of grenades too. The ledge is not going to be your friend in that matchup.
Oh yeah, definitely. The one thing that I think Richter would do well in that matchup is maintaining a zone.
For sure.
So yeah, there's a very real chance that the Cloud comes out and just abuses the fact that Buster Sword is a massive disadvantage, or not disadvantage, disjoint.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Yep, just waiting for Diesel to get in here.
Yeah.
I'm not listed as a mod for the Smash GG page, so I can't see exactly where everyone is.
Oh, there he is.
Yo, let's go.
He's here.
The man, the myth, the legend, Diesel is here. Soul has taken game 1 over Rebel while we've been waiting.
Interesting. How are the other sets going?
There is no completed game for the other sets yet. Alex and Ash are the one who have yet to check in for their game.
Gotcha. Who is Alex? Is he a regular?
Not that I know of. Alex has gone through like a bunch of names. I don't remember what their name was originally, so you'll have to forgive me on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I hope they check in here soon. I don't want to keep Skoon waiting too long.
Yeah. I'm gonna look and see if they have a Twitter. It's not linked.
Yeah, I don't know much about Alex at all.
They've entered Shell Shocked, but that's the only other result on here. Interesting.
Well, they are a newer player from what I understand.
Oh, okay. They used to be Inklet?
That sounds about right.
Okay. I'm a little lost here, but hopefully they'll get far in the tournament, so we'll get to see them play.
Yeah. Like, don't lose round 1, and then we might be able to get Alex versus Skoon. That'd be interesting. Or Asher versus Skoon. All depending on how fast these games are playing and going.
Yeah. Has a bot given any insight as to who he's going to play today?
No. Like, honestly, you could roll a d20, and, like, depending on the number, it's going to be a different character in his catalog.
It's funny, because I don't know if you know Weekums, but he actually did that for a little bit.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Weekums just entered the server recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw him post an intro.
Nice. Big fan of that guy.
Yeah. Is he like actually trying to pick up Steve, or is that like a phase?
I'm not sure. I haven't really talked to many people about their Steves. The only one that I know that's taking it super seriously is Celestio, and his Steve is getting really good really fast.
Damn. The other Steve that I know of for sure is Winrow.
Gotcha.
I don't think the Steve is going as well for Winrow as I'm assuming it is for Celestio.
Gotcha.
Don't know exactly what the holdup is here for Dryce and Diesel.
Yeah.
God damn it, Derek. While we've been waiting, Soul has defeated Rebel 2-0, and Alex DQ'd from
No.
winners. So Rebel versus Alex is the scheduled match in losers round 1.
So Rebel is moving on to losers round 2 probably if
Yeah.
Alex DQs again.
In all likelihood, yes, that is what's going to happen.
Yeah, so Soul did end up pulling out the Terry.
Soul did end up pulling out the Terry, that is correct.
I'm not very surprised considering this is probably the last NorCen tournament for a little bit, and he probably wants to try his best here.
Yeah, because after this tournament, we are opening up the tournaments to national.
Gotcha.
So anyone in the U.S. will be able to play. Okay. So as long as you are not, as long as you're within the continental North America, you are good to go.
A big landmass.
Don't be from Europe. We will boot you immediately. Hi, Asher.
Hi.
Can I help you?
A question quick. Yeah.
What is the question?
Scoon asked me, do you want him to wait for me and Scoon to play on stream, or you want us to play off stream?
I don't want to hold up bracket too much. I might just ask for the winner of a Bat and Psycho to like hold their game with Soul for stream.
That's probably the good idea here,
Hold on.
since this one hasn't even started.
Yeah.
True. Very true. Alright, so basically just play off stream?
Yeah, play Scoon off stream, and we'll probably get Scoon or you in like winners finals or something.
Sure. I'm sorry,
Alright.
I got double feedback, so okay. Alright.
Yep.
See ya, bye.
All right. I do see a pixelated selection coming in from Dryce.
I do.
So that's pretty hype, not gonna lie. Action going on.
There's some angry people competing in the Ultimate 32 tournament.
Wait, how angry are we talking?
There's a guy named Gelato that just went off on quite a few people. There's also the Donkey Kong Rob main that beat Sonics. Oh no.
Oh lord. Well, that's what we get for letting Derek go to the bathroom. Unbelievable.
Yep. The guy's name is Slushy V1. He beat Sonics and he lost to my friend Sandbag, or he goes by Sandy now. He plays Mega Man. He's from Iowa. He had some words to say.
That's great.
Dang.
Alright, we'll be resetting up the arena here in a minute or so. As far as that a bot and Psycho haven't finished their first game yet, as I say it. So, game 1 did go to a bot. He's pulling out the Palu.
Nice.
Personally, I want to see the Abot Rob for game 2.
I think that would be awesome, but he probably won't do it.
He probably won't. But it'd be pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
Psycho, not even just Psycho, it's a Inkling, struggles a lot in that matchup, so it would make sense from a competitor standpoint, but also I know that Psycho really does not like fighting Rob. So
yeah.
And also Rob isn't Imran's or Abot's best character, so it's I don't really see a reason to do it.
He's been using Rob a lot recently.
Oh really?
Yeah, I did
no.
friendlies with him recently, and like it was almost like exclusively Rob.
No, we're losing him.
We lost him already. He
True.
came and lost.
He played Snake and Cloud. Get him out.
Unbelievable.
He's going to the bathroom still. He came out of the bathroom just to just to enter the arena.
He's selecting. All right. All right, here we go. We got a game. We got
Yes.
action. What
All right.
that action's gonna be?
We're looking
probably
at
very
Snake
limited. We have
Richter.
Snake versus Richter.
All right, so we're gonna be here for the next 20 minutes.
All right.
All
Small
Battlefield though.
Interesting choice. I think this was more favored for Dryce to be able to close the gap onto Diesel whenever he tries to set up that zone, especially with the forward tilts and the cross boomerang.
Yeah. The cross is gonna do a lot for at least stage presence because it's gonna cover that whole thing as long as you like jump over it when it's returning, you know.
Yeah.
That'll cover either like the entire like both platforms or the entire under just the ground.
Yeah. So something you're gonna see Diesel do a lot. He's the king of take like 2 steps back and do another forward tilt in the direction where your enemy is.
Yeah. Oh, Diesel takes the first stock, only taking 8.8%.
Yeah, with that up smash nonetheless.
Dang.
Up smash is like very powerful, but it also has a incredibly small hitbox.
Yeah, it's not a move you're gonna see very often when you even when you're watching Belmonts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the neutral get up into down tilt to try to get some of the pressure off of him there.
His shield's looking a little small there. You might want to move around a bit to regenerate his shield. Diesel off stage though.
Yep, easy Nikita. But 67% has extra credit, not bad in the slightest. Dash Tech getting in before the forward tilt could come out, but eats it down tilt for his troubles. Ooh, that was a decent setup there.
You already know if Snake gets a couple grenades
my
though.
God.
Oh. All
Another
right,
up
Diesel's
smash.
got a pretty solid stock lead going here.
Yeah, Diesel's giving Dryce some hands right now.
I would not be surprised if Dryce could just quickly close out this stock though.
I wouldn't be surprised either, especially now that he has Diesel off stage, but does not get out the Nikita fast with the down that tether recovery.
Interesting. He read that roll. I think he just messed up his execution a little bit there, and it threw him off.
79%. This is more percent on this stock's extra credit than he had on the last stock. This is looking really good for Diesel.
I think.
I don't know why Dryce gave up that ledge pressure situation. He sort of ran back and let Diesel have center stage again for free.
I think Dryce might need to yeah, I don't think he should commit to Nikita there. And at least unless he's like farther away from the ledge, because it seems like he's getting punished a lot for his he keeps getting stuck in Nikita.
Yeah.
And Diesel will just tether before the Nikita's even there.
See, like what he's doing where he runs back after doing the mortar? Like, I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like he's giving too much stage presence back to Diesel for no reason.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
alright. That's going to be it for game 1. Diesel taking that. You think we'll see the Cloud now?
Game. There's a chance. There's a chance of the Cloud.
I could see it, because it wasn't, like, bad enough that it'll be a for sure switch, but it also wasn't good enough that it'll be like, oh, he's not switching, he's going to stay.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of things that Dryce could do a lot better when fighting against this Richter. And a lot of it will come down to whether or not he's willing to make those adjustments or if he just wants to try out something else.
Yeah.
I feel like some of his problems aren't going to be fixed if he decides to switch to Cloud, because those situations where like he has the ledge trap available and just decides not to do anything with it, you can't really fix that by switching to Cloud unless you just commit yourself to pressing back air at ledge.
I feel like he'd benefit a lot from setting up grenades near ledge before he throws out the up smash to cover things.
Yeah.
But it could also be a matchup thing that I'm just not aware of.
Well, to that point, I think that the speed that Richter gets back to stage, on the assumption that he does, because he just sort of pulls himself in with the tether, there may not be a lot of time to set up grenades, but there should be enough to set up at least one.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about the speed of tethers because it's a lot faster than your usual, like, you know, ledge grab.
Like where you expect like the full animation of an up B for some characters, Richter can just zoom on in from halfway to the platform. Something else to consider is Dryce is not running off stage to try to challenge Richter at all, which understandably you don't want to give up full stage control to Richter so that he can just continuously edgeguard you. But it might be something to consider because Richter's recovery is not that good.
You could probably, if he has to commit to up B, you could probably run off and grenade and it'll trade at least. That's probably one of the easier things you could do. But again, you got to be ready for him to tether. But he's pulling out the cloud instead.
Yep. I'm okay with this switch personally. Not at least how this game has started so far, though.
Yeah.
I don't entirely know what Dryce can do with this cloud. I'm mostly used to a bot's cloud.
Yeah.
We'll have to see like what he all has in store. Special choice is also like a double-edged sword because this gives a lot less space for Richter to run away, but Richter also just controls so much more stage just by standing in one place.
Right, he's controlling like a third of the stage at least, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, and maybe an unforeseen consequence, but having that platform there makes it such that if he whiffs a climb hazard out of shield underneath the platform, he's not going to have the pressure of coming back down with a hitbox.
Yeah, that's true. And then Diesel could probably get a quick punish out of shield with Nair or something.
Mm-hmm. We got Cloud off stage. Whips
good
the
roll.
Holy Water. That was a good roll, yeah.
Definitely thought he was going to down tilt there off ledge.
Mm-hmm. So as there wasn't a dash back from Diesel to try to get out that forward tilt. So
He's going to land with down air? Nope, not at all. He was ready for that up smash. That was good.
yeah. Alright, Diesel's back alive.
Interesting.
I don't really agree with that that limit blade beam.
I don't either. I would have held limit for a little bit and just pressured ledge.
Diesel's gonna come back here.
It's hard because limit blade beam, it forces your opponent to get up before their invincibility's out, but it also locks you in place for a bit so they can get up and be totally fine.
Yep. That was a good dash check to catch the dash back.
Yep, even the game back up.
Mm-hmm. It's going a lot better for Dry so far.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think Cloud is probably the pick here over Snake.
Mm-hmm. He at least seems a lot more comfortable on this card, like he's able to control the game a lot more.
Mm-hmm. He's looking a little cornered here, though.
Yeah. And that was a really...
Ooh, interesting.
That was an interesting version. Diesel's going for these down airs a lot. I don't really agree with them. But he isn't getting punished for it too terribly.
Yeah, Dryce isn't really putting out like an up air hitbox to contest it.
Mm-hmm. So that will just stuff it out. Richter's foot is not that disjointed. Up smash will take that stock though.
He needs to, I think Dryce should start drifting a little bit more to ledge instead of always holding towards center stage. Because
Yeah.
I think Diesel's really catching onto that and killing him for it. He's dead.
Yeah. That's all it takes. That's
Poor
all it
Belmonts.
takes.
Oh no, that's going to be a big punish.
Mm-hmm.
That's
A forward air
41%,
to-
baby.
That's so stupid. I'm gonna try to limit the amount of anti-cloud bias I have, but man.
Yeah, you
41%
can
of
see...
forward air.
Oh,
He is
you
not-
can really see Dryce's just... Whenever he's coming from above, he's holding towards center stage, and Diesel's
Ooh.
going to take that.
Yeah, that was some sus DI, not being able to live the down smash at 100 on the other side of the stage. But congrats, Diesel, taking that game. That was a solid ledge guard there.
I think what Cloud players need to learn is they need to learn to be comfortable with their recovery, so then they don't always have to drift like towards center stage in fear of getting edge guarded, because inevitably you're going to get punished for that if you do it constantly or just even a lot. But if you can get to ledge, ledge is generally just like a decent place to be, at least in
Hey.
terms of safety.
Hey, Mitch, did you stop a bot and soul before they started, or are they just going right now? If they started, then we can just get Scoot and Diesel on stream, but...
Yeah. We like to have diversity here.
Mm-hmm. Just as... Yeah, Scootin pulling out the Joker against Asher the One's Doc. A bot beats Psycho with the Palu.
I think we're going to see the Palu against Soul, though.
There's a chance. A bot pulled out the Palu against Soul, I think, 1 or 2 Discord tournaments ago. So this is a very real chance.
I can see it.
So Rebels playing Psycho and Losers, and Dryce will be playing Asher.
That was a pretty rough matchup for Terry too, from what I know.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, Soul also like tried pulling out his Palu against a bot. I forgot what character bot was playing at the time, but it did not go well. Any updates on the bot versus Soul? Okay, so we're having a bot Soul. Nice. Excited for that. So we'll have to. You want to do side bets like for like cool guy points on like which character the bot's gonna play?
I'm gonna say Palutena.
Ooh. Considering that his Discord profile picture right now is Palutena, I wouldn't be surprised.
If we're on the same side here, then yeah, that's fine too.
I'm gonna take a risk. I'm staking my cool guy points on Cloud.
I can see it.
Because like, at least one of the first few times that a bot was playing against Soul, he struggled to beat Soul with the snake, and the Cloud, just abusing his disjoint, was able to take the set.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I think if push comes to shove, he'll definitely pull out the Cloud. But there's a very solid chance of him just whipping out the Palutena.
I guess we'll have to see, because there's no real way to know with him.
Yeah. Lord
I'll
knows
just DM
what
him.
goes on in the mind of a bot.
I'm just gonna shoot him a quick DM. Oh, okay. I just won't DM him then, because he's he's not here.
Damn. Unreal.
Schooner or Diesel should be interesting, although I could see it definitely being kind of a wash by Schooner, because Joker Belmonts is not a good time for Belmonts.
Oh yeah, definitely not. And this is Scoon we're talking about. If I have to have faith in any single player besides a bot to just completely wash somebody for no good reason, it would be Scoon.
Pull out the Falcon and just run him over.
I wouldn't be surprised if Scoon just whipped out the Marth just because he could. And just wiped the floor with Diesel.
He beat Lillian with his Marth at Invincible. Like, he beat them bad, too.
Damn. I don't remember this, actually.
I wasn't there for that, because I went home, because I was dying. But
Was this Invincible 4 or Invincible 5?
I think... Did 5 happen? It was the most recent one.
I thought I went to Invincible 4, and then Invincible 5 was, like... Yeah, so I think Invincible 4 I went to and got, like, 17th, and then, like, I went 1-2 at Invincible 5 just because I was bad.
I'm looking. Yeah, I got 65th at Invincible 5.
Yeah, Invincible 5 was an experience.
I went with a mouth infection, so...
Oh, gosh.
That was after my wisdom teeth stuff. Not
was
fun.
Was Scoon in the same pool as Lillian? Or...
I don't think so, because he was in my pool. He beat me round 1, and then I lost to some really good Illinois player in losers.
Let me check top 32. I'll see if I can find it.
I'm looking right now, yeah. What pool was I in?
So Scoon 2-1'd Lillian in loser side of top 32.
Yeah, I think he lost to their he lost with Falcon and then switched to Marth, and it was apparently really bad.
Damn.
Yeah, dang, this tournament sucked for me.
Yo, same.
I beat Scoon's Marth and he switched to Falcon.
I wonder if he still has that Marth, just like somewhere in like the backlog.
I would not be shocked at all.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I also have very low expectations that he'd ever pull it out.
Yeah.
I do recall the Comet destroying City Boo. So that was fun.
Marshall went on quite a run here too. He beat Smile,
really
Dickles,
well.
Pow Pow, and then lost to Dan for 17th. Yeah.
That's not 17th. That's 9th.
Is it? Hang on.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, it is. Holy crap!
yeah, Marshall did really well.
I was looking at the wrong part. Where did I? Who did he lose to in his pool though?
That's a good question.
Oh, he lost to Ego.
Oh damn. That's kind of a stacked pool though.
Dang, this pool is stacked. Earl, Cobalt, Ego, Marshall, Driston, Edboy, and Jabes.
Yeah, that's a hard
Scary!
pool.
Holy crap! I was lucky.
Like having to beat Jabes in order to get into top 32 from losers, that's rough.
Yeah, good god.
And then Ego versus Edboy and that same like loser side. That's ugh.
Ooh, I was right!
Alright, we got the Palu.
Yes!
Enough talking about Invincible 5. We got Soul versus Bot here.
This matchup is so bad for Terry.
I don't know this matchup very well. Partially I don't know Terry, and partially I just decide not to look at Palu half the time.
I played with Val, Valkyrie a couple days ago, or maybe it might have been. It's almost a week now. Anyways, we were playing this matchup, and she's like, "There is no reason you should be losing with Palutena." Like, yeah, I don't really play Palu, and she's like, "It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter." I was like, "Yeah, I believe you. It seems like it'd be really bad. I'm just not good at Palu."
Yeah.
Dang, what is? Soul gets grabbed here. He's dead off the ledge.
Yeah, but he was applying some really strong pressure there. I don't think a bot really wanted to throw anything risky to potentially eat a power guy.
Ooh,
It's not going to kill just yet, but
that
it's
was
getting
a
pretty
solid
close.
read, though.
Yeah.
Oh
Ooh,
no,
that's
that went the wrong
unfortunate.
way.
That's so unfortunate. I think like a true input like Burning Knuckle would have taken it.
Yeah.
Oh, he just tried to follow him.
No.
I hate it so much
Oh
when
my-
foes roll into you into the ledge and just back throw you.
Oh, it's okay. He's dead. It's even. It's even.
It's even.
Would this really be that big of an upset if Soul were to win here? I don't think
Yes.
it would. Would
Yes,
it?
it would. I think it would be a pretty big upset. Abat is a well-proven player.
I remember Abat won, or no, Abat lost in one tournament because then he had to play against me right after.
So
But-
he redid that. Well, he had like a rerun against Soul and won that later.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think like because I'm pretty sure that was Spoon versus Abat grand finals.
Yeah. So yeah, he must have won.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this would it wouldn't necessarily be a huge upset. This is still a 2 and a 3 seed, but I think that it would be an upset if Soul were to take this. Eating that down throw to up air. Do not DI that down throw in, please.
Yeah, there is no instance where you should be DIing it in, but also
Yeah.
sometimes it just catches you off guard.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're ready for it, always DI out and down.
Like it doesn't matter what percent you're at. If you get down thrown, you have to DI out.
Yeah.
I find it very interesting that the true input for Power Dunk has 0 end leg.
I don't even know what that would be, but Soul SD's there for his last stock. Unfortunate. But you think we're gonna still see the Terry, or is he gonna pull out his own Palu, or even the Sonic?
I have not heard much about how much he's been training his Sonic and Palu on the side. I don't think he'd want to do the Ditto, because if Abat's proving anything here, I'm sure he knows Palu more than Soul does. So I would
it's a hard
imagine if he
decision.
was to do anything, it'd be the switch to Sonic. I don't think he's going to switch, though. I think it's just going to be a stage switch.
I could definitely see the Sonic doing well though against Palu, but
Mhm.
that would also put him in a really weird situation if he wins a game, because then Abat has free reign of what character to pick.
Yeah, I think another important thing to remember is that that first stock was pretty even until actually it was very even. The second stock is just where a bot started snowballing. So I think
Yeah.
Soul, if he just sort of calms himself down, like don't go for like crazy stuff that'll get you killed off an SD, I think it should be perfectly fine.
All right. Hopefully, I think Terry's got some weird stuff with his auto turnaround, which was making him do power geyser the wrong way. But if you can just tighten up those things, I think this will be a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep, there's a approaching power dunk. He does this a lot because if he hits your shield with that, there's basically nothing you can do. You just have to accept that it hits you, and then like try to disengage in any way possible.
Yep, and it goes right over auto reticle too if you get targeted by that.
Mm-hmm. Good DI out on that, avoid getting hit by Nair.
This looks so hard for Terry to deal with though.
It does, but like as
someone's
soon
doing
as
a
he
good
gets
job.
in, yeah, as soon as he gets in, he like does some pretty solid damage, which makes up for everything. Sufficient for like any sort of confirm he can get. Good power dunk to avoid pressure.
Interesting, because as a player I've noticed that Abat's really jump happy compared to a lot of the other higher level players, and it works out pretty well, but ooh, good power geyser there. He missed the confirm, but it's still hit.
I think that was a poke, because I saw the shield come out, but he still got hit by that.
Yeah, I'm glad he roll get up there though, because he's got to know Abat's really looking for those grabs at ledge, especially at this percent. Could just break his shield with a power geyser.
Abat's just doing this rolling crap to try to get the fucking back throw. I don't respect it.
He's fishing for it so hard that it's becoming a bad option.
I like the back air there to sort of space off or keep Soul at ledge.
Ooh, I would not have gone off like that. Yeah, he risked a lot of stage control there.
But making this a lot more even now than the Nair chains.
Now, yep. And now it's pretty much
How
even.
does Soul land?
He doesn't.
With the jab power dunk though, racking up some more damage. This should be roughly kill percent even without go.
That was a sweet spot though. That dash attack would have killed. Ooh, that's dead.
Ooh, yep, that's it.
Nice. All right. Soul's doing really well this game.
Yeah, I think Tempo's fishing a little too much for standard options and just needs to like mix things up a bit more. I think Soul has a Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
That was a really good catch.
Yeah, it's really good because it's looking like Soul's not really making any misinputs here. He's really not going the wrong way like he did a few times the first game. I'd be really excited to see a game 3 actually. I'd be interested to see where Abat would take him in terms of stage. But it's looking like this game might be might be curtains here if Abat drops this, which he might not.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah, that very well could have been it.
Ooh.
Good down tilt burning knuckle. Not going to take it from the other side of the stage though.
He's got these jump reads, but it's just Palutena's back air really too big of a threat to really. Oh, that's it.
Yep, down tilt burning knuckle is going to take that stock, and we got a game 3 on our hands.
Yes.
All right, so I think that Soul can definitely take this if Abat wants to stick to the Palu.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he'll stay Palu.
Yeah, I really think that Abat should pull out the Cloud. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know he loves the Palu. If the Palu is his profile picture right now, but at the same time, you have to consider that Soul is adapting pretty well, and I think Abat is falling into a lot of like similar patterns that he either needs to rectify the fact that he is just doing a lot of things that are becoming predictable and Soul is playing around, or just pick a different character. A character that has a massive disjoint and can sort of stuff out Soul whenever he wants.
Yeah, it rhymes with loud.
It really hypes up the crowd.
No. What? Wait.
Wait. I didn't see. What is the matchup?
K-Rool?
No! No!
Okay, so we see that Abat is abusing Wi-Fi here, and it's going to take advantage of this armor to land against Terry, but also could just get ran over.
So, a couple weeks ago, Abat was like basically going in all random brackets, and he 3-stocked Soul with K-Rool.
All right, so this is a legitimate counter pick, which is scary.
Yeah, and K-Rool, Super Heavies like are not necessarily good in Smash Bros. On Wi-Fi, they're a lot better, and a bot
They become
knows how to
high
play this
tiers.
character. Yeah.
It's even still though, even with the Wi-Fi buffs, they're still super heavies. They can still get comboed really hard.
Yeah. And if Soul's proven one thing, he knows his combo trees pretty well.
Oh, for sure. He's probably the best Terry I've seen at combos, aside from, you know, like Riddles, but
Yeah, like people who are actual pros.
people I've played against. Ooh,
Hey,
That was
Diesel.
a really good call out on the dash.
Hey Diesel, thank you for the follow. I
That was
appreciate
a really
it.
good call out of the roll back in from Halo.
Wow. Well, two-stack game. Bot taking an early 60% here. Ooh.
That's the thing about both these characters. They're just gonna unload a lot of damage onto each other all at once.
Oh,
no!
no.
Oh no!
You always got to be ready for the Nair when you're fighting a K-Rool.
The armor. Oh my god, he just eats everything.
I was talking to Celestio and Val about K-Rool's armor on that move, and the entire time that he's inactionable, he has armor, or at least pretty close to it.
That was an unfortunate crown pickup from a bot there. Had to eat a really strong power dunk, but he didn't die for it. 170, ugh.
Yeah. It's hard because, like, Nair will eat through power dunk even though it's a kill move.
Forward tilt,
Alright, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the percent on K-Rool made it that forward tilt wouldn't combo into things anymore, which is unfortunate for Soul, but he was able to net that stock. This is really close, though.
Thing just eats through power wave.
Yeah.
If you could just get a grab on this K-Rool, though, that'll be an easy bread and butter combo. Down throw, up air, up B.
Yeah, it's like 20, right?
I think so.
I
haven't played a lot
don't
of
agree with
Terry.
that crack shoot, but he has go up, so
Yeah.
if he can get back to stage safely, this is still very doable.
It's looking rough, but yeah, it's still
Ooh.
doable. It is. Oh!
Oh my
I
God.
hate K-Rool. I'm sorry.
Why did that not break his tummy?
He needs to just throw out a Buster Wolf when he's throwing Crown.
Yeah, actually. Will that go through the crown?
It might. Doesn't Buster Wolf does have armor, right?
Yes. Oh, there's the Buster Wolf. That's
Nice.
from center stage, though, at 70. That's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it!
That's it! Yo!
Oh, crazy!
Don't go neutral getting up over here. Look at him down tilt. You're gonna need a Buster Wolf. He's dead.
Only
Soul
time I'll
taking
ever
that
pop
2-1.
off for a Terry is when he beats K-Rool.
Listen,
Wow.
Apollo disrespected my man's soul. This is not allowed.
That was... I was scared. I was tensed up.
I was also quite nervous. Oh man. We don't have a game reported yet from Schooner or Diesel, but Rebel defeated Psycho 2-1 and Dryce defeated Asher the 1-2-0.
It's a rough matchup for Joker too, the Rebel Psycho.
Yeah. So we could potentially get a bot versus let's see, that's G. We could get a bot versus Dryce since we're waiting on Schoon and Diesel.
Yeah, I actually am gonna have to head out. Do you guys have someone to swap with me?
Asher's out of bracket now, so we can get him in on commentary.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for having me on though. This is fun.
Thank you for joining us today, Chuggets. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I will definitely be back on if it's possible. All right. See you later, guys.
Yep, see ya. All right, that was an exciting match between Soul and a bot. So Soul will be sitting on winners finals, waiting on the winner of Schooner and Diesel. How is chat doing today? Soul in chat, motherfucker really picked K-Rool. Let's go. I'm proud. So I think that we should get a bot versus Dryce on stream just so we have something to fill the void. If Mitch would gladly do that. Thank you. And then I can also ask Asher if he would like to commentate. Now that Chuggets is indeed gone. Oops, that is the wrong chat. Why do I keep clicking that? I don't know. How is chat doing today? I hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. We got a bot in the room. I hope that this taught a bot his lesson. Don't go picking beam picks on my boy's soul. Gotta take this seriously. And then we'll have to see what Dryce is willing to pull out against a bot. Probably not the opponent he was expecting at the end of the day. But it will be exciting nonetheless. Don't have any confirmation from Asher yet if he wants to join the stream. We do have Dryce and a bot here in the arena. We're having the Roy versus the Cloud. A bot's Roy versus Dryce's Cloud. This ought to be interesting. Two swordsmen, one a mercenary, one a lord. One will come out on top as we come in on Pokemon Stadium 2. Matchup-wise, I don't particularly know who would be favored here in like an even 50-50 matchup of player skill, but this is a bot, and a bot is a well-tested player. He is the #1 in the NorCen region. I have high expectations for him, but he's only now just landing his first hit onto Dryce. Cloud is a very, very strong character. Cloud with the limit on deck, but a bot's just sort of vibing him out. Eats a forward air for his troubles. Tries throwing out some back airs, trying to catch a bot sleeping. Gets grabbed by Roy. Jumps out of any pressure. Climb hazard gets him out of that pressure situation. Throws at the up smash. Is able to shield. Parry back air from Roy. Cloud should... Oh! Able to clip him with the climb hazard onto stage. He is safe for the time being. Dash Jack will take the first stop. Dryce getting himself a little bit of a lead. Climb hazard for your troubles, 15%. Pretty easy. Sliding into a bot's DMs here. Grabbed. Ooh! That was a really good mash. Getting the limit climb hazard. At disadvantage there. Cross slash. Eating the jump out of shield. To Chugga's point earlier, a bot is a very jump happy player. Back air, not taking it just yet, but the forward air follow-up, there's not a whole lot Cloud can do there. That will secure the stock for a bot. Alright, Dryce throwing out these back airs, trying to zone out this Roy. Roy is able to start a combo here, but I don't think Dryce went the way that a bot wanted him to. Misses the forward smash there. Down throw up there, not gonna take the stock just yet, not looking for the stock just yet. Limit now is on deck for Dryce. Premature limit cross slash. I don't know if I would agree with that too terribly. Dryce giving up a lot of stage control to a bot as he's getting back on stage. Goes for the sliding F tilt, doesn't connect. I know that going to ledge is really scary against Roy, but I don't necessarily agree with the way that Dryce is also trying to get back onto stage. Ooh. He's able to shield the forward tilt just in time. Down tilt getting in just after the forward tilt would have hit him. Forward tilt forcing Roy off stage. Blade Beam not going to connect. Really tense situation for both these players, trying to secure the stock. A bot tweeted about that just like, I want to say like 8 hours ago. Back air will take that. But jump double edge dance out of shield is frame 12. Don't be throwing tilts out on Roy. He will just kill you for no reason. Climb hazard not going to connect onto a bot here. A bot, having brought his game back, has mounted himself a bit of a lead, but the limit Blade Beam will bring back a decent chunk of damage in the favor of Dryce. Okay. Back around the shield. Does the tech roll in to avoid the double edge dance? Climb hazard, disadvantage, trying to avoid any pressure that a bot's trying to throw out. Forward tilt, not going to take it just yet. Or, actually, he didn't have his jump, so Game 1, going over to a bot. Updates from the rest of brackets. Skoonyar has taken Game 1 off of Diesel. So we'll be waiting on Game 2 for both a bot and Drice and for Skoon and Diesel. Pretty solid matches going on so far. I imagine that Drice will want to stick with the Cloud here. He did pretty well, all things considered. I don't think this is a bad matchup necessarily. But there is a very real chance that he decides to go to Snake with his back against the wall against the number 2 seeded player here in this tournament. We will just have to see. I'm also curious if there's any sort of stage counter picking going to be going on. I imagine that Drice doesn't necessarily want any flat stages because the horizontal combos of Roy are very potent and very dangerous. But it seems as though a bot's ability to combo is a little less than expected. When I see a bot, I usually see him go off on massive strings with Roy, and part of that may just be that he's just going in all the time. Oh, Rebel wants to join commentary. Izu, would you be okay with Rebel joining in on commentary so I have somebody to work with? All right, I will push him in. Welcome, Rebel.
Hello.
Welcome to the commentary zone as we have Game 2 of Drice versus our boy, Abat. Are you able to see fine?
Yeah.
Alright. I thought Game 1 was going very well for Drice until about the end of the second stock or early third stock.
Oh yeah, it looked like it was from what I saw on the stream.
Mm-hmm. Something I noticed that Drice does a lot, which I don't see a lot of other clouds do, is climb hazard out of disadvantage, which is really interesting. But
yeah,
it
seems good.
Oh
my!
That's really unfortunate. I know that's actually like a Wi-Fi strat that like if you hold forward at any point during that sort of jab lock, you will get the roll in whether you want it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a really good catch by a bot there to manage to get that.
I will have to hop off commentary once my match is up.
Oh
but
yeah.
Then I can hop back on.
I mean, if you stay through the rest of this set, you should be fine because then we'll be going straight on to the winner of Skoon and Diesel versus Soul.
Okay. Ooh, that Drice's shield's looking really small.
Yeah. Drice is going to want to secure this stock here pretty soon because you don't want to give a bot a lead.
Yeah, you don't want to give Roy a lead.
Yeah, you don't want to give Roy a lead. He snowballs really hard.
Especially a bot, probably the best, second best Roy in NorCen.
Who's the best?
Probably Oath.
Yeah, probably. I think they have their strengths, and
yeah, they're both really good Roy players. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be biased here or anything.
That was a good catch on the tech out. Normally I see a bot go for the reads on the tech in.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of inside of Drice's mind right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh
my, that's unfortunate.
That was a 0 to death to finish off for that set. Oof.
And Abat will take that 2-0.
Drice was doing so well.
Yeah. That game 1 was very good for Drice, and then bleh.
Demolished game 2.
Yeah.
Regardless, good stuff to Drice, ending up at 5th place today. And it looks like you have your matchup, Rebel. You will be playing Diesel.
Alright. I can hop back on commentary once I'm done with my match.
Yep. And then we have Skoon and Soul for winners finals, which we'll be getting on stream next. Damn, what a way to finish that that game though. Spending all that first game, I think just collecting data, playing a little slower, and then just going off game 2, getting all these reads, getting all these punishes. Amazing work from a bot to finish off that series. So we should be getting Skoonyar and Soul here for winners finals, which I believe should be a best of 5. Which in of itself will be quite interesting. And then Diesel versus Rebel. I haven't seen those two play in a while. the matchup is very heavily Rebel favored, but Diesel is a potent Richter player, and also this is Wi-Fi. I'm not going to pretend like it isn't. Diesel will get some things to work just because it's Richter on Wi-Fi. You're going to get hit by some axes. You're going to get hit by some boomerang crosses. You're going to get hit by some holy waters. It's just how it works. All right. And then Soul versus Scooner. Scooner's going solo Joker from the looks of it so far. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be Terry Joker in winners finals. But I would also be very happy to see the Scooner Captain Falcon, like his calling card, contrary to the character that literally sends out calling cards in Joker. Hope chat is doing well today. All 6 of you currently in the stream. It's hard to believe that we're already in winners finals. Bracket's really small today, which is unfortunate. Small tournament to end the Discord series for a while, but I'm sure we'll have bigger and more fun, more interesting tournaments coming up as we are going continental. Soul now in the lobby, getting ready to play. Just waiting on Scooner. All right, we got Jay asking if he can hop on commentary for Ultimate once he fixes his mic problems. I wouldn't be opposed to that necessarily. Yeah, he says in text-to-voice that he wants to commentate. I'll just tell him to add to either of us if he gets his mic fixed. All right, we're starting things off. We got Joker versus Terry. Best of 5, Scooner versus Soul. Oh, I'm definitely excited for this one. If I know anything about these players and when they go head-to-head, they are explosive, they are electric, they love throwing fists and getting down and dirty. They will just destroy each other given the opportunity. Scooner being a little slow to the start there, eating 33% basically for free. Soul getting a really good head start here. I don't exactly know what Scooner looks for when he plays Joker, but I know he doesn't have as much faith in Joker as the majority of this server. Most of the server has Joker as either their number 2 or even their number 1 spot outplacing Pikachu. But Scooner doesn't even believe that Joker is top 3, so I'm curious what makes him believe that Joker doesn't have the strength required to be of that caliber. NorCen up there taking that stock very unorthodoxly, getting the stage spike. Unfortunately, Soul was not ready to tech that. But Scooner is at a pretty high percent there, eating the Burning Knuckle, taking the first stock for him. This is a fairly even game so far. Both these characters have a strong meter available to them at any given time. So able to recover there, eating it down first couple. But no! Oh, I was really worried that he just SD'd with that Burning Knuckle off to the side. I think he meant to do a true crack shoot input. Scooner eating the dash attack, having trouble getting off this ledge here. Doing some hopping in between the platforms. Alright, now we're back to neutral. Classic down tilt, forward tilt, crack shoot. Power dunk. Not quite putting him off stage, but getting him into a good position until he's forced off stage himself. That's go mode. Oh! Power dunk, dunking Joker, sending him to the bottom blast zone. Scooner now at a disadvantage here, having to deal with go on Terry without access to Arsene just yet. But he's pretty close, having only taken about 40%. Buster Wolf Power Geyser taking that stock. Just snowballed with that go mode. able to take that first game with a 2-stock in favor of Soul over Skoonier. I think that game was actually very well dictated by Soul throughout the beginning through to the end. There was a stock that was relatively cheesed by Skoonier at the start, being able to get the stage spike, but Soul managed to hold that game in his hands, the pace, throughout almost the entire thing. So I'd be a little surprised. I'm a little surprised that Skoonier wasn't able to actually get any of the pace back in his own hands. I think Skoonier needs to pull back some of his tempo that he holds when he plays Captain Falcon. You know, just sort of run in and don't let Soul breathe, which Joker is able to do if he's able to get some combos off. All right, going into game 2, no character switches. We'll see if there's a stage switch at all. We're going to Pokemon Stadium. There's a little more breathing room for Skoonier here. And side blast zones are just about as short. So I think this benefits both characters pretty well, but perhaps Joker a bit more. He's not going to let him escape these bread and butter combos from Terry here. Missing the up smash off of the get up, but he's able to continue the combo nonetheless. So throwing out some aerials here, trying to catch Skoonier sleeping on at least one of them. Able to get a combo off Joker. Even the power dunk there. He has Arsene though. This is where Skoon can try to mount a comeback. Misses the burning knuckle, but match is going a little fast. Which is appreciated. It's very good for Soul in this position. Power dunk, getting it. Oh! Able to catch the Arsene up with the I think that's Rising Tackle. Power dunk should kill. Oh, but he fell out of a good SDI, but power dunk in the opposite direction will take the first stock in favor of Soul. Skoonier has to pull some tempo back on his own side. Even when he gets Arsene out, it seems like Soul isn't even remotely scared. They're racking up a little bit of damage. Arsene should be online right about now. Just waiting for that last little bit of meter to take over. There's the Arsene. Egg down, throwing Terry in the air, but that crash is going to get him back on stage for free. He has go mode ready. That's a Buster Wolf. Arsene's almost gone already. Impacted that Persona, not really holding its weight. Gets the down smash though for his troubles, but that Joker is sitting at 100%, looking at a fresh stock Terry. This is going to be a little hard for him to come back from. He may need to get a strong combo or any form of meter for Arsene if he wants to bring this one back. It's a very good high crack, should get him around the edge guard from Skoonier. Skoonier is not respecting that power dunk, dropping shield and being the jab rising tackle, taking the stop. I don't think Skoonier fully understands what he can do to suffocate Soul with Joker, which is one of the traits that made his Falcon so potent in this matchup. So I think he does need to... He needs to like either really zone out Soul or just commit to rushing in, just suffocating him. Because this middle game doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot for him at the moment. He's able to get that up there, but it wasn't enough to take it off the top of Pokemon Stadium just yet. Go mode is now online, and Arsene is just about timing out. Back air, not going to do it just yet. Kills a bit of Arsene, doesn't get the down air off, and that is Arsene gone. This is really unfortunate for Skoonier, sitting at 77%. This is a roughly kill percent, I would say, for any sort of confirm into Buster Wolf or Papa Geyser. Good parry on the down tilt, getting that up smash. There is a chance here for Skoonier to bring this one back, because he might need to play low slow. He needs to change his pace in some way, because it feels like he's playing too much on the reactionary. Getting a quick 22% combo off. Keeps the jab, misses the power dunk. Back air, forces Soul off stage. Flanks on the forward tilt. Putting him into a tech situation. Good. Holding up this zone pretty well. Keeping Terry at arm's length, but eats the back air, that's gonna do it. Soul takes game 2. right, so here comes the ultimate question. Scoon now down 2-0. Scoon with his back against the wall. Is he willing to switch off the Joker and pull out the Captain Falcon? Or is he willing to stick it out with Joker and try to take the next 3 games in a row away from a Soul that's looking really on point right now? His Joker was pulling back some of the lead that Soul had at the start of that game. But is it enough? That is ultimately the question here. In other parts of the bracket, we have Diesel currently up 1-0 on Rebel, winner that will play a bot in loser semis. Soul looking like a man on a mission right now, though. Just pulling out all the combos, all of the high damage. He's looking clean. We'll have to see what these two players have in store for us. Scoonier doesn't look like he's shaking at all in terms of what stage, or in terms of a character switch. Maybe a stage switch is incoming. I don't know for sure. They could also just be running it back to PS2. We'll just have to see. Taking pretty long on the confirmation here, so I'm assuming there's like some deliberation on Scoonier's end to see if he wants to change here or not. Because Soul, unless Soul is taking really long on the stage counter pick. All right. I'm guessing we're going back to PS2 since Scoon didn't leave the arena. Running it back. And Scoon believes in this Joker. He thinks that he can reverse sweep this Terry. We'll just have to see if he has it in him. Going to Smashville. All right. This is an interesting choice. I wouldn't characteristically think this to be a Joker stage specifically against Terry, since Terry is looking to get these kills fairly early, and Joker will wait until he at least gets Arsene before he goes for incredibly early stocks. So we'll have to see like how this benefits Scoonier. If nothing else, this lets Scoon control a lot more space, which when he was dominating that third stock, he was able to control a lot of the space and a lot of the stage all at once and just sort of keep Terry at arm's length. So if there's less space for Terry to run away to and do a approaching power dunk, this may be a good stage choice for Scoonier, but currently it's looking very Soul favored. Scoonier was able to fall out of the power dunk there, but got hit by the strong second half of it. And now is through a full first Arsene, sitting at 127. No real way to get around this Terry, who's mashing buttons in his face and manages to get the Burning Knuckle to net that first stock. Soul sitting only at 48%. This is looking a little rough for our boy Scoonier. Second Arsene is now online, rising there on the stage, looking for a down air, but isn't able to connect anything. Surprised at how little gun usage there's coming out from Scoonier. Like, it looks like he's playing a very honest Joker, which is not something I'm used to thinking about. Crack shoot onto stage, forcing Scoonier into the air. Scoonier now down his... Oh! Oh no, he ate the spike of power dunk and lost his stock for it. He did kill Soul. That was a stock, but a stock for stock trade on game 3, down 0-2. Now put on your last stock against Soul. This is not really the position you want to be in. It's poked by the power dunk there. Arsene should now be online. It's maybe the last Arsene that Scoonier gets. He needs to use it well. The triple jab. Able to go for some gun action. Doesn't get the down air into forward smash. I think the smash would have been a little better there. Falls out of the combo, but still gets hit by the power dunk nonetheless. Power dunking off stage. Oh, but gets hit by the rising tackle, and that Arsene is gone. Scoonier sitting at 104. Winner's side stock here. Needs to make something happen. Able to clip him with the down guns, but isn't enough to keep Soul off stage. Jab, jab, rising tackle. Will do it. Scoonier loses 3-0 to Soul. Soul now sitting on winner's side of Grand Finals. Eliminating Scoonier and sending him to losers finals. He will meet the winner of a bot versus either Diesel or Rebel. That series is currently sitting at 1-1. Diesel won game 1, Rebel winning game 2. Just have to see what we have in store. Soul, the man on a mission, the Terry specialist, taking it over our first seed in the tournament, taking over our second seed in the tournament. Crazy. I will be very excited to see what this man has in store for us for grand finals. But for now, he gets to sit on his throne and wait. See which challenger will make it through the gauntlet of losers to face off against him once more. Whew. Exciting tournament so far. I'm very happy with how our results are going. A lot of interesting character choices, all things considered. Character choices I wasn't entirely anticipating going into this bracket, but very fun so far. Very, very fun. All right. And I'll be very interested to see which of Diesel and Rebel will be moving on to play a bot in losers semis. Get a stream match for Rebel, or we get to see Diesel again. The Richter man himself. Seeing now in the losers bracket, Asher the one pulling out the Falcon and the Mii Sword Fighter. Don't entirely know what that one was all about. Does Skoon know that he's out of stream, or he's not going to be on the next stream match? Because we do have a loser semis coming up here. I will say if Rebel loses and Jay does not have his mic ready, then we can have Rebel come in for commentary for loser semis. However, if Rebel wins, that will not be a problem because Rebel will be playing. We shall see. So, Mr. Izu, while you're here, would you like to talk about the North American tournaments that you are planning? Or do you have any things that you want to sort of tease our audience with?
I don't want to tease anything for now, just because I want to make sure everything gets done first.
Sure.
I just don't want to make any promises that I can't keep, and then just have it be worse than it would be. Kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. I do think, as the owner of the arena, you could probably kick Scoonier if he continues to not leave the arena.
Okay. Wait, I'm just getting things set up.
All right, we have our result. Rebel defeated Diesel 2-1. Able to, I wouldn't call it really a reverse sweep, but Diesel did win game one, Rebel won the next two games. So props to Rebel. And we will be having Rebel versus a bot here for loser semis. All right, Jay does not seem to be able to get his mic to work. There's something wrong with his Windows, which is unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah.
Regardless, we will be getting a bot and Rebel here in the arena. Loser takes fourth. Winner will move on to losers finals to enter the best of 5 zone. And I'm excited to see the Rebel Joker. We haven't really seen a lot of Rebel necessarily on stream, but Rebel is an up-and-coming player in NorCen, young player. He's been improving at a rapid rate, and I'm very excited to see what he's able to do here on the big stage. Abad obviously being our tried and true #1 in the region of north central Wisconsin. Master of many different characters. Palutena, Cloud, Snake, K-Rool. Being sent here a little early by Soul, but Soul is also on an absolute tear right now, having taken out both him and Skuniar. So, winner of this will play against the other victim of Soul. We'll just have to see if Rebel has what it takes to take down the fabled Abad. And all matches from this point forward, by the way, will be on the stream. This will be the last best of 3. Every game after this series will be best of 5. Gotta crack open another cold one for the boys. I will say these are also 2 of our most active members in our server. Love seeing them in the VCs. They're always bringing like some of the best energy, which I'm always happy to have around. Sucks to see one of them go at this point in the tournament, but somebody has to drop. We'll be getting the game started here soon. And we got the Joker versus the Rob. Abad has been working on his Rob for a pretty long time here. So, to see it come out here, not entirely unexpected, but it's still a little bit of a surprise. We'll have to see how it performs against the Rebel Joker here on Final Destination. It's hard to see for a moment, letting the screen catch up to itself here. But we're at a roughly even game off the start. No real advantage. Just a couple combos traded. Arsene almost up for Rebel here. Eating a back air for his troubles, though. Shoots off an Aegon to protect himself, but eats a Roto Arm and will lose his first stock. Abad. Sitting at only around 64. Not bad. Rebel holding up the edge here. Rolls in, I think he was looking for a back throw, but it wasn't meant to be. Dash attack forces Abad off stage. Oh, that's the Rob. Gyro combo into Roto Arm for the kill. That's Abad, I thought you were better than this. I thought you were honest. That is not true. I never thought Abad was honest, but I respect the man nonetheless. This is gonna be it's gonna require a lot from Rebel to come back from. Huge difference between the way Rebel plays Joker and Skoon plays Joker. Rebel has a heavy use of down gun to protect his landings, which sometimes may put him in a bit of trouble, but more often than not is a very good way of keeping his landings safe. Factor forces Rebel off stage. Abad rolling back into the ledge, trying to keep himself safe for the moment. Rebel looking for anything that's going to net the stock here. Down tilting on shield. I think that, okay, that directional air dodge did not kill him. Thank goodness. It's not going to be a 3-stock just yet. Down smash, not going to do it. Yup, that's the setup. But the putting the top down with your back to the ledge will make sure that if the opponent gets hit by that top, they will be sent inwards to the stage, where a roll distance away, the Rob is waiting with his up smash prepared. 3-stock coming out from Abad for this first game. Now I know I know that Rebel does have access to a couple other characters in his pool. He has the Wolf, he has the Sonic potentially. I don't know necessarily like what he would be willing to throw out here. Apologies, stream, my throat's getting a little dry from solo commentating. But I do think that Joker is his best option fighting against the Rob here, assuming that he stays Rob as well. We will just have to see what is all available in the Rebel pool versus the Abbot pool. I also don't necessarily know what the stage picks are going to be here. I would imagine that platforms are a double-edged sword, because if you're Rebel, you're playing Joker, you can do the fair up air drag down into up smash combo on a platform. But you also give room for earlier kills and earlier combo setups from Rob for extensions and just being trapped by up tilt on platforms. So platforms both give and take from both these characters, as opposed to a final destination. We do have Pokemon Stadium coming in here for Game 2. Rebel trying to find anything here that will sort of alleviate the pressure that it seems Abad is putting on with this Rob. Throwing out the gyro. One problem that I do know that Rebel has is he frequently goes for gun at a mid to long range distance, which against Rob can put him into a bit of a problem position, because Rob can just throw out the gyro or throw out the laser and tack on free damage. The zoning that Joker has may work against characters with no range, but characters with projectiles like Rob don't care as much. Back here, not going to land after the Rebel's guard drops. He's able to get up shield in time. Dash attack picking up the gyro. Laser going to throw the gyro back. Nair forcing Rob off stage. Seems Joker without Arsene seeming to do a bit better than Joker with Arsene at this point, as the game is brought back to relative even. Down tilt catching him, not quite falling up off of it though. Has him in grab. Forward throw, getting him off stage. Down air. Caught him, but put him in a worse position, all things considered. Going for the down smash read, but dash attacks into a shield, which leads to an up smash. Abot takes first stock here. However, Abot sitting at 153 is prone to a straight hit, potentially taking the stock, like a back here, if Rebel were to throw something like that out. Picks up the gyro. Gyro gonna force Rob off stage again. Gyro back into the center of the stage, if not oh, jeez. You may have to do that then. Apologies, chat, while things update. Alright. While things have been updated, it seems that Rebel has taken the first stock from Abot. Doing a little better. By the way, is it 70% to about 16? Alright, yeah. We're caught up. Okay. Rebel eating back air, forcing him being forced off stage. Whiffs a grab as Rob throws out that forward tilt. Good fastball to avoid the down air. Up tilts could have potentially led to a stronger combo, but missed the second up air. Didn't fall at the nair with anything. Abad going for the dash attack, throws out a laser. Gyro holding down center stage. Oh, Rebel I think went in for a dash attack to catch the gyro and aid an up smash for his troubles. Rebel has to play really slippery now if he wants to have a game 3 opportunity here. Arsene gauge is almost ready for him to come online. This is the back air. Bat holding down the sort of zoning game here. Rolls in, goes for down tilt, but misses the follow-up grab. Throws an up smash. Rebel doesn't get anything, but gets the down air into up air to take the stock. Alright. This is still doable, but halfway through in Arsene, this is not exactly the position Rebel wants to be in, unless he can guarantee a second Arsene by some standard. May have to go for some Rebel guard plays. Because as it stands right now, his Arsene-less Joker is doing well, but it's not enough to take the full stock off of Abot's Rob here. Racked up about 40%. Give these back here, Stage Guard. Rob going high, lands with a Nair, but eats a forward smash. Rebel doing very well. Nair's onto the stage. Gets the dash attack in. Grabs the gyro, throws it out, stops the laser. Both of them throwing out down smashes. Whew. A little tense. Rebel gets hit by the later end of that Nair. Able to get back on the stage. Tries dash attacking in, but eats the forward smash. And a bot will be moving on to losers finals to play against Squinier. Rebel eliminated at 4th, but brought that game back really well. Really well. Unfortunately, it was not enough for this set, but holding your own against a bot, not bad. Not bad at all. I would like to get Rebel in here for co-commentating for the best of 5 onward, if that's possible. I'll let Rebel know that that's potentially an opportunity. All right.
I am out of the tournament.
You held your own very well there at the end of game 2.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm bad at the Rob matchup. And Abad's just a phenomenal player.
Abad is a phenomenal player. He was playing really well that first game.
Yeah, he was on
as
point.
Start second game, I think he slowed down a little bit. You definitely caught on to like what you can do to abuse Rob in disadvantage.
What Joker can do is basically he just abuses Rob's big body.
Mm-hmm. So now the question comes: is what character is Abad going to pull out for the Scoonier Joker?
I'd honestly probably Wolf or Roy.
I would imagine as much. I think the Wolf probably would be better than the Roy, but I also know that Abad's Wolf isn't nearly as practiced as his Roy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there's a very real opportunity here for him to pull out the Roy or pull out like any myriad of other characters that he has lying in wait.
Yeah.
It could also very well be the Palutena, which he has currently as his profile picture.
The Palutena would be a very interesting
Ooh. Oh, we have the Falcon coming out from Scoon against the Snake. That is
pick.
right.
Okay.
One thing that a bot absolutely despises is Falcon. And Scoon's Falcon has shown himself to be very potent. So,
Oh yeah. Probably the best Falcon in the state, in Wisconsin.
I think that's a pretty fair assumption.
Yeah.
I do like the Snake pick on the counter to Scoon's Falcon. This is probably the character that's a bot's most comfortable with fighting against Scoonier's Falcon.
Yeah. I think they've played multiple like first to 5s together in this matchup.
They've done first to 5s, they've done first to 10s. They play each other relatively frequently.
Yeah. Looks like Abad will take the first stock with grenade up there.
Yeah, that was a very good solid conversion there. Abad, I think, is playing a really good runaway game here, as well as capitalizing on whatever hits he gets. Damn, he is popping off right now.
Yeah, he is just gathering on percent. Then the down tilt nair.
Those down tilts are really good for trying to avoid any of the conversions that Scoonier is looking to get.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, that rapid boost was punished by the landing mortar, and for the hit that he got, continually getting punished.
A little over a minute, and both of two Scoonier stocks are already gone.
Yeah. Scoon, you're not muted. Or not Scoon. Mitch, you're not muted, by the way. There you go. Alright, down smash, I think was the one that took it there?
Yeah. I believe it's down smash.
This is still very doable for Scoon. If we know Scoon for one thing, it's just evaporating stocks.
Oh yeah, especially off the respawn platform.
Mm-hmm. But he no longer has that invincibility, so we'll have to see like what sort of tricks he has up his sleeve to try to bring the stuff back. He missed the dare grab. I think he's just looking for anything that will lead to a large conversion here.
Yeah, sure.
Abot's pulling grenades like it's nobody's business, trying to make sure that nothing that Scoon is able to land is going to last too long.
Yeah. The nades, like, this seems like a very... I don't personally play either of these characters. Well, I play a little Snake, but matchup, very Snake favorite, I would say.
I would assume that's very Snake favored, because if nothing else, the frame 1 grenades to sort of pop Snake out of Falcon combos.
Yeah, for sure.
kind of hard to deal with because I don't think it's very easy to control where your hitboxes are going to be with Falcon.
That uppy will not take the stock.
Yeah. There was center stage on Battlefield, I wouldn't think it would normally.
Oh, yep.
Back air is able to take that stock, though, catching the air dodge. So, still pretty even from... Considering where Schoonier had to come from, this is still very doable. 114, this is volatile percent for Schoonier.
But as
This
we
is
said
the-
earlier, Schoon's a very explosive player.
Yeah.
So he can
Ooh,
definitely come
oh
back.
my god!
Good. That was a really...
That evasion!
Yeah, and
Like,
Nikita.
I don't care that he got hit by that Nikita. The fact that he got to run all of that, the up tilt, the mortar.
I play against Abot's Snake pretty frequently, and it's just hard to get off ledge against his Snake. It's super hard.
Yeah, man.
Like, I
That
struggle.
was fantastic control by a bot, and even better, like, evasion from Schoonier to, like, even have a semblance of stage control.
Yeah. Oh, and
So-
I think they're gonna run it back.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I think Schoon got off to, like, a relatively bad start that first game.
Mhm.
So I think if he manages to hold himself together and manages to, like, get a couple early combos off, then it would be... I think he'd be able to handle it.
I don't think it's the run back.
All right, they might be switching characters to stages. I don't know for sure, but I imagine they're not actually running it back. If
They're probably switching stages.
yeah,
They didn't switch characters. All right, what stage will we be going to for game 2?
that is the question.
Losers semis?
Yes, this is loser semi. So this is
No,
best
this is
of
losers
5.
final.
Yeah, my god.
Yeah, I just played loser semis.
Yeah. Congratulations on 4th, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, so we got Town City here. Small side blast zones means it's a lot easier for Schoonier to sort of push people off the side with back airs. I respect this choice.
Or if maybe he could land a knee. You never know.
Yeah, I never count on knees actually being like a win condition for
Oh, for
Falcons.
sure, yeah. No, it's not like a win condition, but
Yeah.
those knees will kill a lot earlier. Oh,
There's that grenade coming in clutch, being able to get the explosion into the up tilt for Snake. And one benefit of Town City against Snake is that that ceiling is going to be super high, so up tilts are not going to kill nearly as easily.
yeah, sure. Also, never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say. But Abot will take that first stock with the Nikita, I believe.
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh,
Nair
Nair knee.
one knee.
Let's go Schoonier.
Schoonier's
kinda hot on
keeping
here
it
right
a lot more even than it was game 1. That's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, in game 1, he was down 1 stock to 3, so
Yeah, alright.
a little hard to
Up throw,
outdo
up
that.
tilt, yeah, up there.
Abot's combos with Snake are actually ridiculous.
Ooh, combo him with his own grenade with the down throw.
That was a very good patience from Schoonier to recognize that the grenade was going to explode pretty quickly there.
Oh, Nikita, this looks rough.
Ooh, good tech from Schoonier.
Yeah.
Down air, back air. Not going to get the follow up there just yet. He's looking for any sort of aerial setup here. Eats
An
the
uphill
up tilt
kick.
though.
Yeah.
Schoon looking for a
Ooh.
raw knee, anticipating the advance from Abot there, just
Yeah.
eating it. It's the down air,
Wrong with
but
the knee to cover. Raptor boost up there. Up there.
just throwing out up airs like it's nobody's business. Selling them for a dime a
Fucking-
dozen.
Up air. You can kind of do that.
Yeah. It's a good move, what can I say?
Ooh, back air.
Double back air. This is the first lead
Ooh.
Spoon's had since like the start of the game.
Oh yeah, since the start of the set.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
Falcon dive, being able to catch him there.
With the Raptor boost
I
up air.
think that was a second Raptor boost in there too. Or either that or like the hit stun of the first Raptor boost on the grenade was just really long.
That
I think he
F-tilt
wanted
comes
to
at
read
really
with a
good
third
angle.
knee.
Yeah.
What was that Falcon kick, bro? Oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Nope. sending him-
Nikita sending the other direction. Platform coming in clutch. Scoon is still in his Falcon kick.
the
Is gonna
Falcon
take
kick.
that game.
Schoonier will take game 2.
He better be praying to his lucky stars that Nikita sent in the wrong direction because he was dead.
Yeah. Falcon
All
Kick
right.
being a really good burst option compared to what it was in Smash 4.
Yeah. So 1-1 between Abat and Scoon. We are going to see a game 4 here.
Oh, for sure. This probably will go to game 5.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it seems Abat is currently like in the commanding position. That
Yeah,
game
for
was Abat's to lose, which unfortunately, yeah, he lost it.
Mhm.
But he has to know that he had that game. Scoon
Yeah,
was making his
for sure.
adjustments, but Abat was in control for most of that game. So if he just keeps his mind calm and keeps like his normal tempo, he should be fine.
I don't know if we're gonna be seeing any character switches. I'd assume not.
I was gonna say I assume not. Like I think these are the two best options for both these players against each other.
What
All right.
stage will they go to now?
That is the question. This is a bot's counter pick, and we're going back to Pokemon Stadium.
Alright.
Actually, no, we didn't go to Pokemon Stadium. Don't mind me. This is traditionally a very good Snake stage,
Yeah,
and I relatively agree with that.
considered Snake's best stage. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if Scooter noticed that C4 on the platform right away at the start of the match.
I think he was aware of that. Which,
Okay.
good on him, because I think he
Ooh.
threw out the spot dodge expecting that. Right.
Scooter falling out of the second air from a bot.
Rising up
Knee.
there, gets the knee on the missed tech, I believe that was.
Oh, and the down air.
Catching the air dodge to down there. Perfect execution from Schooner, taking the strong lead here on game 3. Raptor boost. Leading
Raptor's
to
being
one
a
up there.
really good move since they buffed it, I believe, in patch 7.0? Or, no, 8.0.
I don't recall. All I know is that Raptor boost has armor, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Nikita being able to secure that stock, but 67% of extra credit, not bad at all. Down
Ooh, the down
smash.
smash.
If there's one thing that Scoon is doing really well, it's anticipating what a bot wants to do in disadvantage and like going for something really hard out of it.
He seems to be catching all of, like, a bot's landings.
Yeah. And to that point, the bot may just need to like play things a bit more safe instead of trying to challenge Scoon on landing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Snake can, like, challenge on landing, but he has to land with the grenade with him.
Scoon was trying to catch a low recovery
Ooh,
there.
the Falcon. That Falcon kick was
I'm not liking these Falcon kicks. Great tech into another Falcon dive, being able to get himself back on stage. Up tilt. Rolling up tilt, might as well.
The, what is it? Never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say again.
It's all good.
Bad commentator here.
You're fine, you're fine. You have to worry
Alright,
switching the
up.
commentator with. Alright, up air, not going to take it just yet.
Up air. Ooh, the up air was
yeah. That was not the best down air from that position that Abad could have done.
for sure.
But that was a really hard place to be in regardless.
Weak knee.
Down throw.
Oh.
Going for these knees. I would imagine that he wants to go for Nair because I don't know what he gets out of knee besides his damage.
Ooh, Raptor boost down here. Up
Oh.
air. Ooh, oh.
These are
Missing
some
the sour
really good
spot knee.
strings. These are some really good strings from Schooner here.
Tilt. Oh, kick. Okay.
He's doing like these dares and then fall through platform dares that are like so fast next to each other. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Trades with Snake back there. Not able to catch that one, but is able to jab to catch that neutral get up.
Ooh, the back there.
That's going to do it. All right. Scoon taking back even more momentum. It honestly feels like Scoon is doing a lot better like now than he was in those first 2 games.
Oh,
I think he has the download on the bots. So Abot now, now with his back to the wall, what will he do?
I could see a character switch, maybe like Roy.
Potentially. Coming from Abot, I think if on your counter pick with Snake and you're doing worse than you did game 2, I think it might be time for a counter pick potentially.
Yeah, for sure.
But we will have to see.
Yep. I think we'll either see the Roy or maybe the Wolf. I doubt it though.
I don't
likely the
really
Roy.
know what is favorable against Scoon's Falcon.
Yeah, for sure.
Partially because I don't really see Scoon's Falcon lose that much. The Snake feels like the best option, but it feels like Scoon really understands what a bot wants to go for with Snake. So if that option's out the window, then where is he really to go?
something that's like looking very risky from Scoon is going for the aerial falcon kicks.
I don't like those at all. He hasn't
Yeah.
connected one yet, and he's getting punished so hard for them.
For sure.
I hope that he I hope that he generally removes that from his
Game plan.
option list. Like on the list of things that Scoon does, that's great. That's like the one thing that's like really bad.
Mhm.
I know that's like a really good like killing burst option, but like, come on, dude. You've been punished for it really hard twice. Like you should have lost game 2 because of that. Just please don't do that again.
Alright, the Roy.
The Roy coming out. This is Abbat's last hope here. Game 4, 2-1 in favor of Scoon. We'll have to see if Abbat has enough left in the tank to knock Scoon to game 5.
We'll be going
here
to
on
Kalos. Yep.
So part of the reason I think this is a good stage pick for Roy is if Scoon goes for those dunks, which he's been prone to do,
Yeah.
this gives Roy an ability to tech it and recover still. And also, this is a big stage, so Roy's not going to get killed nearly as fast as on the smaller stages,
Yep.
which it seems like Scoon is very prone to doing.
Man, this match is looking super even so far.
Mm-hmm.
Scoon with a slight lead. Oh, a bot.
There's the Jer.
The neutral beam.
That's
He's
like the
been
first
really-
time I've ever seen a bot actually get punished for trying to do a neutral B.
He's like the only Roy player I ever see use neutral beam. That move's really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Scoon went for that short hop falcon kick again and got hit by the jab there.
The dash attack. Not gonna take it because, well, it probably wouldn't have taken it on any other stage,
Mm-hmm.
but especially not on Kalos.
Yeah. Going for
Ooh.
See, I think
Very
that's like
weird
the
punish.
position you have to use that in. Like
Yeah.
on a very high end leg move like double edge dance, whiffing, being able to like have that burst option is pretty solid. Was able to net that first stop. Forward air, forcing Falcon off stage, but this isn't exactly the greatest position for. Okay, he was able to get that off the ledge trap.
Yeah. Roy's F tilt being a super strong move.
Oh yeah. Sweet spot F tilt is disgusting.
Nair's just coming out. Hard to avoid. Roy's
Yeah.
Nair's so big.
Roy's moves are just like really deceptively big and like all link into each other phenomenally well. Like weak spots will combo into strong spots, and strong spots will also combo into other strong spots.
If I'm not wrong, I believe like weak up air into F smash is a kill confirm.
I
Something
think
like
so.
that.
That was a good air dodge to avoid the flare blade there.
In a ledge trap situation first. Ooh. Get off ledge with the neutral get up into Falcon kick. Ooh. That was a weak Falcon kick? Okay.
That was an interesting situation. Sliding forward tilt gonna net that stock for Abbat though. Abbat now getting himself a bit of a lead after a slowish start.
These down tilts are... Roy's down tilt being like super good move for setting up tech chases.
Mm-hmm. He's been looking for
Up air, weak back air. Oh. I think he was looking for the strong back air.
yeah. Scoon needs to look for like any sort of like strong stray hit like that back air, which is gonna
Yeah.
net that stock.
Catching a bot's landing.
Yeah. Scoon in a bit of a bad position though, but this is Scoon here. He can 50% is like one string for him. He can do this.
Yep.
So
Oh,
there's Nair 1, dash attack. Bot falling out of that, not getting hit by the up air.
stomp. Looking for the Nair after the stomp, but it didn't.
We're even.
Yeah. They're even.
This is the this
Stop
is the
me.
dare knee.
Oh,
Catches the tech with the
that'll-
double edge dance, not
No,
gonna do
that
it
won't.
just yet. Stage counter pick, not coming in as clutch as needed, but the Jer will take that stock. A bot forces game 5.
For sure.
So the Roy counter pick seemed to do
Looking
some work
pretty
there.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after a bit of feeling out, Abbat was able to bring back the momentum in his favor, so Scoon will be on the adjustment sides of this game.
Mhm.
We'll have to see like what he has available to sort of counter the range of the sword, the disjoint that Roy has, and sort of what stage counter pick he would like. Because something that I found interesting, the stage seemed to like benefit Falcon more than it did Roy in that
Yeah.
game.
I'd be very surprised if, for some reason, he takes Roy to Town and City.
He better not. I swear, if he takes Roy to Town City, like
I
I'm
can
just
see like Smashville because Falcon seems really good on that stage.
yeah, I could see Smashville, Small Battlefield.
PS2. Wait,
Actually, any of the
DSR.
triplets might also
Oh, no,
just
there's no
generally
DSR, I
be good.
believe. Is there No, there isn't DSR.
I don't think there's DSR.
Yeah, because we have 3 bands.
Which, by the way, 3-band no DSR, best rule set. I don't care.
I humbly agree.
Why do you need DSR when you could just have a 3rd band? It's pretty epic.
I think a bot's gonna definitely stick with the Roy.
Oh yeah, I think the
don't
Roy
know.
definitely worked out for him there. I think
doubt
Scoon
Scoon
will
gonna-
stick Falcon. Falcon's
Yeah.
been performing the best for him, and it's a weak point for a bot.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll
he
just
plays
have to see.
both characters. I know a bot. His 2 least favorite characters in this game are Joker and Falcon.
Damn, a bot just hates Scoon.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man. So game 5 coming up here.
Of losers final.
Winner goes on to grands. Loser
Plays
gets
Seoul.
3rd place.
I believe, right?
Yeah, winner of this plays Seoul in grand finals.
Formerly known as Dat Meme.
No, Scoon.
Scoon, why did you take Roy to
Scoon,
Town and
why'd you
City?
take him to Town and City? You
I'll
better
let
be
you-
taking stocks at 50. You better be taking stocks at 50. I don't care.
Fair.
Alright.
Getting a lot of trades.
Yep, a lot of trades early on here. Doesn't really benefit either of them more than the other because they both can take stocks relatively early.
That was
What is
very
that Falcon kick?
Sus Falcon kick. Hey, if
Scoon-
it worked, it worked, but it didn't work.
Yeah, Scoon really wants those Falcon kicks to work. That was a very good tech while in, just narrowly avoiding the forward smash. I think he was expecting a neutral tech there.
For sure.
Porto forcing a bot off stage.
Bot
Caught
just
by the back
stuck
air.
in disadvantage right now. Oh,
Yeah.
it's now about. Oh,
A bot's tech reads currently are off, which is being a little
Unusual.
unfortunate for him. Yeah. I wouldn't say necessarily it's unusual, but it's the situations that he's playing.
oh yeah, for sure.
He's going for incredibly hard reads.
That back air will beat out, I think, Roy's fair.
Falcon back air is really good, man.
Super big switch joint.
Yeah. Just looking for these Nair 1s and Nair 2s and trying to lead into any sort of move here.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know what bot is specifically fishing for here.
I'd assume maybe like Nair 1 up smash.
He's looking for like some sort of up air conversion from the looks of it. But it feels like a bot's like fishing too much for like poke when he should be like looking for some means of securing a stock. Hits the forward throw, doesn't get the F tilt off of it. He's able to jump in time.
Ooh, the armor. I believe it was the armor from Raptor Boost that.
I don't think he gets armor when he's in the air.
Okay.
I think that was just like a whiff flare blade and the Raptor Boost coming in. That was at the up smash trying to catch
I'm
a
surprised
neutral get up.
Bot didn't go for a grab after that jab.
Yeah. I think a bot's just playing a little scared right now.
He seems really scared. Ooh.
Yeah. Eats the Nair. This is
Yeah,
like a
Bot's
reverse
down.
of game 1.
Yeah, he's down 2 stock.
Yeah. Scoon really has the momentum in his favor. Getting all these combos. A bot just begging to get out of disadvantage here.
Bot is just getting suffocated.
Yeah. Scoon is not letting him go.
Oh,
Alright, Scoon let him go
for
once.
stock.
Why are you doing that Falcon kick? Stop.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate.
And Scoon will move on to grand finals, taking loser finals over a bot. 3-2. Very close game 5 set.
Well, game 5 wasn't close, but the 5 games were close.
Yeah, that's what I should have said.
Yeah. Congratulations to Scoon. Moving on, we'll have Soul playing against Scoon here in a minute or so. About
I believe
third
they
place.
played in winners final.
They did, and that was a 3-0 Soul favorite, but that was the Scoon Joker. So
yeah,
we'll
I
have to
believe
see if
Scoon's
he's
gonna play
willing to.
Falcon
Yeah.
in grands.
So there's I think there's a very strong chance of seeing the Scoon Falcon against the Soul Terry for
Mhm.
grands. Doesn't necessarily want to. I feel like his Joker wasn't super well practiced specifically for dealing with a character that just has massive burst damage like Terry.
Mhm.
I think Scoon wants like slower games when he plays Joker. So in explosive games, I think the Falcon's going to work out better, and I'm hoping to see that going into grand finals here.
Yeah. I personally, as a Joker player, I would not play that matchup on Wi-Fi Joker Terry. I'd much rather play the different character against Terry.
So I am very excited to see what Soul has prepared for this grand final set. Sitting on winner's side does mean he has room to experiment and maybe like try out some different setups against Scoonier with Terry. He has room to breathe. Scoon, this is his. He's currently on loser side. He has to take 2 sets if he wants to take this tournament.
Yeah, I played against Soul in my round 1, and he, out of like any Terry I've played, he uses a lot of crack shoot more than any other Terry.
Crack shoot, I've learned, is actually like really good.
Yeah, it's like, I got killed off the top by crack shoot.
Damn.
At like 120.
I was not prepared once these tournaments started to learn that crack shoot just sends you vertically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's rough. I mean, we can't really do anything about that, but we were in a... He was kind of at a massive deficit regardless. Unfortunate for a bot, but it's kind of where we were at.
That is very unfortunate.
All right. I didn't see the start, but we are getting the Falcon versus the Terry. All right. Signature characters for both these players, Scoonier and Soul. Who will come out on top? Starting off on Final Destination.
Howard.
I think both these characters benefit a lot from this stage, being able to just like constantly keep each other at disadvantage once like one of them gets a hit off.
It's gonna be a very aggressive, explosive grand final.
Absolutely. Both these players just love throwing moves at each other and just getting down and dirty. Very good spot dodge coming out from Soul to make that rapid boost with.
There.
Rising there. Gets the jab, power dunk.
Alright.
Very even game so far.
Soul, from what I've played against, he's really good at positioning his power dunks.
Yeah.
More than any other Terry I've played. I haven't played a lot of Terry, so.
That was a really good air dodge to avoid the power geyser.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rising tackle is able to get back to ledge.
Oh, it is?
No.
That was a very...
Scoon.
Yeah,
Scoon.
jab, Buster Wolf.
What was that Falcon punch? What was that?
That might have been a misinput. He might have been
I-
trying to go for the Falcon kick, but even then,
I can't
think...
imagine that he was going for anything besides Falcon kick there. Like, what was that? Unfortunate, but Falcon kick punishing the whiff on the Buster Wolf there. Even game.
Correction, okay.
Both players throwing a lot of throws to Casper. Throwing moves out everywhere.
Ooh, near one knee.
Strong conversion there.
I'm
It's actually like really scary.
Rio getting back from like that low all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say the parry probably threw off Soul's timing to recover with the rising tackle a little bit.
Yeah, jab, Buster Wolf. Get a lot of... Ooh,
Yep.
good
Can't
catch
be
on the
sleeping
landing.
at that height. Cannot be sleeping there. You
Power
will
guys
just
will take
randomly
like
die.
90.
Strong move. I was going for the Buster Wolf there. Scoon not really ready to punish, just goes for the jab.
Yeah. Oh, that uppy, okay. Jab.
Buster Wolf.
Schooner in a very disadvantaged state right now.
Yeah, Scoon is not sitting in the prettiest spot here. But this is still Schooner. I have a lot of faith in this guy to sort of bring this back. He just needs like one really good back air to secure the stock. Maybe not that back air from Center Stage, but like a different back air. Oh no!
Turn around,
How did that
Buster
work?
Wolf at ledge. That was very interesting.
I didn't
One
expect
word.
Terry to his get up to get through the Falcon jabbing at ledge. Maybe Scoonier was just a little too close, and then being able to convert that into a Buster Wolf to secure that game, ridiculous. Great game knowledge from Soul to secure that first game.
Yeah. Oh, I think yeah, it was the auto turnaround.
Yeah, the auto turnaround. He still had to do the input in order to get the Buster Wolf. So I think he had to have at least known without auto turnaround that he was going to, like, be on the other side of Schoonier. So great reaction, great understanding of the position.
I don't imagine either of these players are going to switch.
I would highly doubt it. I think these are both these players' best options. Maybe it's stage. But though that was a pretty fast dip, so we might just be going back to Final Destination.
I could definitely see it. Yeah,
Nope, we are going to PS2 now online. I like this pick for Schoonier as the counter pick. The platforms definitely benefit him, being able to do up air chains and just catching people for further strings on the Falcon combos.
These up airs just catching Schoon's landing.
Yeah.
Jab, jab, partner. Schoon already at 82%, 96.
That approaching power dunk is so hard to get around. That's not gonna kill. It's not gonna. It's close, but not just yet. Raptor boost onto the stage. Rough position. Was able to get the dash check off to force Soul off stage, but crack shoot back on. We're back to neutral. Roughly.
That
Burning
jab,
knuckle.
burn knuckle.
Ooh, the platform saving Schoonier there. That power dunk definitely would have killed at this percentage.
Oh yeah. Honestly, any of his first. Oh yep.
That was actually a really good use of the lagging burning knuckle to catch a Schoon aerial approach. With the dare knee, not going to take it just yet from center stage. Seems like Schoon is playing a lot at like the disadvantage in this matchup, which is weird because like he like back in the first Wi-Fi tournament, Schoon sort of wiped the floor with Soul, just being able to like run all over him. So to see the inverse of this, where Soul is not necessarily wiping the floor with Schoon, but just running all over him and just doing massive amounts of damage is interesting to me.
He actually hasn't gotten that much damage off of Schoon's second stock.
That is true. They're not going to take it just yet. Schoon's having a hard time securing the stock.
Yeah. Soul's yeah.
Yeah, Soul was just a bit too far off the stage. Schoon getting something set up here. Misses the platform dare.
F-tilt.
Oh, he was looking. I appreciate the dare look there.
Reverse.
Good pivot grab.
Ooh, that down smash was almost like a snipe. Honestly.
That was a really good understanding that Soul wanted to crack shoot onto the stage instead of just going low and going for the rising tackle. So fantastic read from Schoon here. And Schoon has this game back in his hands. One good read from Soul could take the stock though, but he does need to like open up Schoon enough to where he's going to get that. But burning up, I'm not going to take it just yet. Reads the rollback with the dash attack. Speed and disadvantage.
Ooh,
the dare.
The dare will hit through the stage and take game one. Oh, no, game two.
Yeah, that was game two. Schoon firing right back. We are at least getting game 4 here on the potential first of 2 sets of grands. We'll see how Schoon continues to perform.
Alright. Imagine a stage counter pick from Soul.
I would imagine as much. I think the flat stages were doing Soul some work. The platform seemed to mess him up a bit more than what was needed for him. So I'd imagine that he's looking for something like FD, something like Town City, something like Kalos.
If he was watching that last set, though, I don't know if he'd take Town and City just because of how explosive Schoon is on that stage.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
Looks like we are going to Smashville.
All right. I'm okay with this pick. I think a lot of the anti-air moves for Terry do hit that platform.
Oh, that is very unfortunate.
That is incredibly unfortunate.
But
I
then
don't
again,
agree with that rapid jab.
could just explode on Soul.
That is true, but being at an immediate stock disadvantage is really tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard game for Schoon to come back from. Did my stream just crash, or did you get that as well?
It's freezing up for me too.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Thank
So
you,
Scoon sitting at 128%. This is really rough position. Eats the down tilt burning knuckle.
Yeah.
This is looking rough.
59% on Soul.
Yeah.
81.
Soul doesn't even have fan mode yet. This is. I don't want to call this game yet. I've seen Scoon come back from worse, but like.
This is probably
Not.
game.
Yeah, this is probably not a win for Scoon. It's the dare. Doesn't get the strong hit knee. Go mode is now online for Soul. There's the Falcon kick to challenge it. No! Scoon, please.
I don't even think that was like a bad option. He just didn't expect the power dunk. He
But,
could have
like-
like gotten a back air there. Actually, no. I think honestly, no, that might have been a bad option because I think Soul was just dead from the angle.
It's not even just that, like, I think Soul might have been dead. Soul recovers with power dunk almost every time he's off stage. So trying to challenge that with back air is incredibly dangerous. And when you're that far down, I know you need to take risks, but maybe not a risk that will end your life like that.
Yeah.
That was a 3 stock coming out from Soul.
We might see character switch from Scoon, but I doubt it
I would doubt it.
because he got 3 out in winners finals as Joker.
Yeah, and as somebody who was commentating that set, that was not a very pretty set for Scoon. I think that he should stick with the Falcon. The Falcon is his most practiced character.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just a matter of getting the right sort of downloads, the right sort of adjustments to deal with the power that is Soul right now.
On to game 4 of Grand Finals. On a small
Going-
battle. Alright.
I respect this choice. I think this is a good
For
choice
sure.
from Scoon here. It's like PS2 except with smaller sides.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry.
Super strong on PS2.
Yeah. Those platforms really do benefit him a lot. And like the combos that he's looking for. And he currently has a bit of a percentage lead. Trading very well here against Soul in the early game.
Yeah. Schooner playing a lot more patient.
Yeah, I think Scoon doesn't want to go for as many risks because one thing about Soul, his frames are so fast, and the auto turnaround does benefit him a lot when they're sort of duking it out like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So Scoon risks a lot just by being in
was-
general vicinity.
Very weird.
Yeah. So it's a good Falcon dive. I believe that's what that move is called.
Yeah. Ooh, nice tech from Scoon. Down
Good
tilt.
down tilt.
That's gonna be Soul stuff. Oh wow.
Rising tackle.
Yep.
Doing some work. But that back air taking the first stock in favor of Scoon. Good parry, but no real punish. I don't think he was exactly ready. Or maybe he still had iframes.
Up air. Oh, up air's not connecting. Down there. Ooh, jab.
Power.
Ooh, nice SDI from Scooniar.
That's one thing Scoon's been doing really well. Like, even in his first set, he was falling out of jab power dunk a lot. So his SDI is immaculate. Good Falcon dive.
Yep. Ooh.
Misses the dare to try to punish
Scooniar
that.
at a disadvantage. Oh, no. Looks like it's back to neutral.
Down tilt forcing Soul off stage here.
Sends at a really tough angle to recover back from.
Back it onto the stage, not really getting Soul any form of advantage there. Up there, forcing Soul off stage. He has Go online. Falcon kick, no real punish from Soul, but now Scoon is off stage, misses the power geyser. Raptor boost onto the stage. Scoon probably looking for a back air or something of that sort.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, and he will catch him with the Buster Wolf.
This is a dangerous position for Scoon. His lead could evaporate in like 3 exchanges.
Ooh, 57%.
That's the first one. Misses the jab into the Buster Wolf.
Yep. Ooh, nice
That was a
air
very-
dodge.
Yeah, that was a very good air dodge. But that was a forced regrab. He was not ready to throw out an input immediately, so eats the dare first troubles. So Soul kind of sitting in a mediocre position. Scoon is at a high percent on this stock, so the second stock could be eliminated pretty fast here. It's just a matter of Soul actually converting into a kill. Which
Which is
is
still
like,
very winnable for Soul.
yeah. Good power dunk. Not going to net the stock just yet. I think he wants like a burning knuckle.
Scoon in a very bad position right now.
It's not bad anymore.
Yeah. As soon as I said that.
Yeah, Scoon's movement to be able to get around some of this pressure from Soul is just really good. They're dodging through the power dunk.
I feel like
Rapid
he
dive
panicked
onto
for
the
that
stage.
with that air dodge there.
Potentially.
Ooh, what are these Falcon kicks?
I don't know. The Falcon
Ooh, weak
seems
knee.
really random. How'd they both get
Oh,
back?
that's no.
Falcon dive, not taking it just yet. He's trying to time these down airs, but doesn't seem to know exactly when Soul's gonna try to recover.
Ooh, trying to get back on Scoon trying to get back on stage with him catching him with a. Ooh. And the
Back
back
air.
row take it.
Yep, back air taking that.
Yeah.
Scoonier seems to be doing really well on these dual plat stages.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So now on Soul's counter pick, game 5.
Oh,
It'll be interesting to see what he has in store for us and like what Scoon is willing to let sort of slide through the ban phase.
Mhm.
We know that Scoon probably doesn't want any flat stages, and we saw him lose on Smashville before. Like even aside that SD, that was still a 3-stock. It was rough.
yeah, very rough.
So I think he'd be willing to let Smashville through again, and maybe with a better start, Scoon would be in a better like mindset to take that game. But this is, I don't want to say this is Soul's set to lose, but with stage counterpick, this is looking pretty solidly in his favor.
Yeah, for sure. I'd assume they're gonna go to. I'll make a wild guess. They're gonna go to.
I'm saying Smashville.
FD.
FD.
Surprised
Return to
this
game
wasn't
1.
Banned.
Yeah, I'm surprised this wasn't banned too. I think the idea for Scoon is if he can just keep Terry in the air, then this won't be a bad pick. It's just a matter of can he like manage that.
Yeah, can he keep Terry?
Yep. Roughly even trades to start things off, but that power dunk putting Soul in a fantastic position.
Soul with
86%
the
on his
advantage
Falcon.
right now.
Yep.
Fair. Dash tap, alright. Catching with the attack.
Soul's playing really well around this like first range of Scoon here. Back
Staying
shoot.
out of Scooniar's first range and keep staying in his own.
He's going for a lot of these like approaching power dunks, and I don't think Scoon's entirely ready to react to them. Like the 0 end lag on landing. Goes for
Jab,
the
jab.
burn knuckle. We'll take that first stock.
I was expecting the power dunk. It
That was a good recognition of what Scoon wanted to go for.
Yeah, for sure.
Jumping out of the up smash. Alright, go mode is online.
A lot of shield pressure.
I think that was a spot dodge. Very good reaction from Scoon, recognizing the position he was in.
Scoon in a bad position, looks like.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, the Buster Wolf not connect.
Yep, great SDI from Scoon to avoid that. But Buster Wolf in the opposite
catching
direction.
The air dodge.
This is snowballing really hard right now. Doesn't went for the Buster Wolf anyways, despite missing the jab. But this is probably the stock. Oh, geez, Magna Hands. I can guarantee you, Terry's body was nowhere near that ledge. Weak knee.
With the stage spike. Probably not expecting the weak knee at all.
Definitely not. I don't think he expected that move to hit there.
Jab, jab, power dunk.
Not gonna take it just yet, but it's getting
Falcon
dangerous.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Not as heavy as Terry though.
Yeah,
Terry's
Terry's kind of thick. That muscle mass weighing him down.
Ooh,
how come
nice
taking him
call
off
out
the top?
with the jump.
Alright. This is now Scoon on his tournament stock. He needs to take the next 2 stocks if he wants to force a reset and if he wants to stay in this tournament. Otherwise, Soul will be crowned our victor here of the first, or not the first, of the 4th A&G Discord tournament. And they're
Already
forcing Soul off stage.
59% on Scoon.
Whew, that was a really good dare. It's a really good dare.
Oh, very
Scoon
good.
is still in this. 71%, this is still fighting from a
Scoon in a
disadvantage
bad
here.
position right now. Off
Yeah.
stage. Ooh, catching with the... expecting the burn knuckle and punishing it with the dash attack.
These conversions, those back airs, down air not going to connect. The Nair coming out saving Soul for now.
Nair power dunk, okay. Crack shoot.
Fractured, forcing Spoon here in the air. Each the back air. 126 on this Falcon. Strong move from Soul will take this game here. If he
Ooh,
gets
jab,
it.
jab, power dunk, and
He's
that will
living.
not take it. Okay.
Spoon grasping at his life right now. 75 on this Terry. 80%.
Still very winnable for Scoon.
Yep. Oh, power ups in the wrong way. That was the game right there.
Oh, ooh, the stomp knee. Okay.
Stomp knee.
And we
Spoon
have a
fights
reset.
back. Spoon fights back with his life on the line, grasping at his last strings, and resets his bracket. Unbelievable. We got set 2. Crazy. So now
That was a very, very explosive knee.
that was a
coming out
tense
of
last few
nowhere.
moments. Scoon coming in clutch. So now Soul, you had your first 5 games. What do you have prepared for Scoon for set 2? That is the question here.
That is a very good question.
This Falcon's proven to be very explosive, very ready to just eliminate your stock before you even get go mode.
For sure.
I imagine that FD will probably be the neutral start again, because from the looks of that game, it seemed to benefit both of them very well.
Yeah, very, very well.
And Soul had the lead throughout the majority of that game, and just Scoon swiped it right back from him at the end.
This
So-
set is just back and forth, back and forth.
Oh yeah. The scary thing, I would say, if you're Soul, is you have a very limited amount of stages that you really want to go to, I feel. Whereas
Oh, yeah.
it feels like Scoon has a lot of stages that he's like fully prepared and excited to go to.
Mhm.
So I think that Soul definitely needs to take this first game if he wants the momentum to be on his side going into the next round. Go into PS2 for the neutral start. Considering how well Scoon took this in the first set, I'm a little surprised that Soul's willing to go back here. But maybe there wasn't a better neutral start in his favor.
Scoon looked like he was expecting Soul to cover with rising tackle.
After boost
And
through
that's
the
why he
air
went
there.
down air.
Actually forcing Schooner in the air. Forward smashing in the opposite direction. Sometimes it be like that.
Insane shield pressure here. Ooh. Trying to catch the ledge get up with the power dunk.
Power dunk. Forcing Schooner off the ledge there.
Power dunks from Soul are super good.
Yeah. Movement
Not
in
really
combination with
getting
like
punished
a
for them.
potent kill move. It's just scary to deal with.
Very good movement option too, honestly.
Yeah. I don't think that was the conversion that Soul was looking for there. I think that was a
What
burning
took that?
knuckle to take that stock.
Yeah, looked like a trade with Falcon Kick.
Yeah. Go mode is now online for Soul. It's a
Soul
really
could
good
hit-
position for him. Spoon's playing very patient, very defensive here. Gets that Falcon dive. Nair will take that stock. We're at fresh 2 stocks apiece.
Back air, Raptor boot. Oh,
Oof.
it lagged for me.
This is looking very heavily Schooner favored. Taking his strings to the maximum.
This is
Soul
Terry and Soul. Very good duo.
Yeah, Soul sitting at 92%, just outside of Go Mode. Go Mode is now online. So this is where Terry should be able to get some of his material back, but eating a Falcon Kick will secure that he definitely does not. Falcon sitting only at 54% going into this last stock of Terry.
After being like super safe on shield.
Yeah, max facing that stuff, doing really good. Up air onto the stage, but doesn't get anything beyond that. Back air forces Terry off, goes for the up tilt, but gets hit by a power dunk. Burning Knuckle is able to secure that stock. Terry sitting at 66% as Falcon comes back with his last stock.
For sure. These power waves. Crash shoot.
Yep. Soul's been doing a really good job to sort of bring back the momentum. We are at about an even game right now.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay.
Good parry from Soul there.
It's a good up B out of shield from Schooner. I was throwing out the up smash. A lot of moves being thrown out all at once. Gomo now online, but
That
gets
up
hit by
smash
the
will
up
take
smash.
it at like 90.
He scooped that boy up. This man's up smash is a shovel.
Falcon's up smash was nuts. Schooner will take game 1 of the reset.
So now, I think Soul is actually in a really bad position. Losing game 1, knowing how thin your stage pool is, this is going to be really rough to try to sort of bring back. I think he was holding his own very well on that stage, but the strings that Schooner is able to get off with those platforms on the side there are deadly.
Oh, yeah,
So Soul's going to have a lot of work to sort of bring back this set. Currently down 1-0. Now, I think any of the following stages is what we should expect from Soul. Town City, Smashville, Final Destination, or Kalos. I think one of those 4 is going to be in the Soul catalog.
I honestly, there's probably not going to be any character switches from either of these players.
Yeah.
Unless they're getting desperate.
See, I think the thing that's running through my mind, I think Soul should take the next game, because this has been a very back and forth series. I think Soul should take the next game on Terry, and if he wants to go for some sort of a character switch, do it on the Schooner counterpick.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, let's see what the stage counterpick is coming in from Soul. Alright, we got Kalos on deck. I very much agree with this. I think this is a very good stage for Terry versus Falcon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. Parries the... He parried the power dunk and still got punished for it. Incredible. This is the dash grab, but doesn't get punished too heavily for it. Spoon finally getting some percent off here.
Ooh, okay.
It was a very good string
Basically
there.
even.
Yeah.
Soul with this insane shield pressure on Schoon.
Oh yeah. That's like the Soul special, and it might just be a Terry special. Back air taking that stock, 69, let's go.
Nice. Fair jab jab power dunk. 36% on Schoon a second stock already. 46. Only 85 on Soul's first stock.
Yeah. Soul almost in go mode now. Like one more hit. Okay, maybe. Falcon kick will put him in that percentage range.
Ooh,
But
that
the dare
downer
will secure the
was
stock.
super good from Schoon,
Yep, good awareness from Schooner to be able to take that before he's able to get back with go. They're not going to be able to force him off stage, but this is, that's not going to do it on on Kalos.
Yeah,
Kalos is big.
I think Soul was just looking for damage there.
Potentially, but even so, I think the position of forcing Schooner off stage is supposed to...
Oh, that was an unfortunate FD from Schoon,
That was very unfortunate. Back air forward tilts, forcing Soul off stage. Good air dodge to get back to ledge.
Not getting caught by the Falcon down air. Raptor boost, not gonna get the up air. Schooner is fishing for this down air off stage.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the position that he's in right now if he wants to take this game. And that's how he took the first stock, so...
Down air, ooh, knee.
Down air knee, that's a true confirm. Alright, this is relatively even. That's really scary for Soul on his counterpick. Crack shoot, getting in.
He's back
but
coming around.
this
Jab,
is
jab, pardon.
this is still like 1 or 2 strings away from being even though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with Schooner.
Yeah, especially with Spoon. Goes for the down throw nair, but doesn't connect. He has too much rage for that to be true. Down tilt, forcing Soul off stage. Down air is gonna take it.
Schooner will take game 2 of the reset on the game 3.
Schooner just robbed this man. Force him off stage once and just eliminates him.
Gotta be like a hit to your mentality though.
Yep. So now we have Soul back against the wall, down 0-2 in a best of 5. He has to take the next 3 games if he wants to take this set over Schooner.
Oh, it looks like they're running it back to Kalos? No.
We'll have to see what's in store for Soul.
Mm-hmm. I could see the run back to Kalos, but I'd assume Skoon bans it.
I would assume as much as well. Or actually, I think there's a chance here that this is with his back against the wall, having lost 5 games now, Soul may consider switching characters.
Yeah, I could see it.
Because
Either see the Palu or the Sonic.
Yeah, because Skoon, they're duking it out really well, but Skoon seems to have adapted really well to this Terry, to the point where I don't think Soul can necessarily win with this Terry at this moment.
Yeah.
He's gonna stick it out.
Yep. Skoon seems to know what Soul wants in scramble situations.
Mm-hmm.
And just,
or at least like he has enough of a read to like get a ton of burst damage all at once.
yeah, for sure.
All right, game 3. Soul now on tournament game right now. If Skoon wins this, he wins the tournament. If Soul wins this, he lives to see another game.
On to
Town City.
Kick a slider in the background. The goat. Ooh,
Ooh,
the
the
down
dare.
air. 0 to death.
This is big. This is really big for Soul. Getting that early
Soul's
stock.
looking alive right now.
Yeah.
These power waves trying to catch
Trying to zone out
Skoonier's
Skoon.
landings.
Yep. Skoon not really letting Soul land, but he doesn't care anymore. He gets his early conversion in, and if this was even Zox, this would be an even game. But unfortunately for Skoonier, that is not the case. Reverse dare.
Ooh, trying to catch the power dunk with the up smash.
Ooh!
Ooh, weak knee and strong knee.
What is that?
I'm gonna clip that. Hold on.
Weak knee, strong knee. Skoon, you are a
What the
madman.
fuck?
Soul zoning out Skoonier right now with these back airs, but Skoon following up with a dare to gentleman jab. This is getting dangerously close to even.
For sure. Stomp back here.
Alright.
Soul
This
would
game,
go.
this game is even.
Yeah.
This game should not be even, but it is
Ooh, that
currently
was a
even.
very risky. You should get up. Ooh,
Oh, there-
short hop Falcon kick.
That's what he was looking for against the bot that entire time. That
I
quick
think-
punish.
Yeah, I think it's just like a very good mix-up burst option.
Yeah. And secure the stock where
Ooh,
We had a
immaculate SDI.
we had a clean 3-stock, 2-stock lead in favor of Soul, and Skoon has not lost a stock since.
Yeah.
Soul
Fair,
needs to
fair.
take this stock now. He needs his stock gone if he wants any chance of winning this tournament. Skoon's playing very passive right now, very patient. And that's going to take it.
Yeah, that'll take it.
Right.
At 180.
Skoon now on his last stock of this game. Soul needs
48%
to
on Soul. 59.
Soul needs to like find some sort of really good opening here. Nair forcing Soul onto the ground, wasn't reacting at all. Skoon looking for the
Just
cheeky
right into the
grab.
platform.
Look for the cheeky downer there. Didn't quite have enough knockback to force Skoon into a death situation. But Go is currently online. That was a
Could see
delayed.
very, ooh.
very
That
delayed green
looked like
knuckle.
a very susty eye in that back throw. Ooh, Nair, and that'll take it.
Yep.
Skoon wins the NorCen Wisconsin Discord tournament number 4.
Yep. Congratulations to Skoon, taking it 3-2 from losers and then 3-0 to complete the 2-set win in grand finals.
Mm-hmm.
Soul did a phenomenal job sort of staving off Skoon for the first 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
And then Skoon just won 4 games in a row. Actually, I think it was 5 games in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5. No, it was 4 games.
It was 5. It was 5 games in a row. So he won the last 2 games of the first set and these 3 games in a row.
Okay.
So, congratulations to Skoonier as our last champion for a while of the NorCen Discord tournaments. Soul, respectable 2nd place, coming in from winner side. Almost taking the series, but didn't quite have enough in the tank.
And,
We may have only had 8 players today, but this was a very fun tournament to
yeah, we only
commentate.
had 8 because someone DQ'd.
Yep, Alex DQ'd. But overall, lot of explosive gameplay, a lot of fun things that happened this tournament. I'm glad that we were able to get everyone here that we could. Chad, thank you for popping in today. And I think it's about time we sort of wrap things up.
Yep. I believe, Mitch, do you have any closing words?
All right. Yep. This has been fun. Thank you. I've been Lubbock.
I am a rebel.
We'll see you guys next time.